All right, hello everyone. I think you should be able to see me and hear me now. Uh, if it's your first time using Drawpile, just note that that link in the chat isn't something you put in your browser. You have to either download Drawpile to your desktop. Oh, I've got myself open in another window. So yeah, you either need to download the application to your computer and then go to session, go to join, and then there'll be a little address bar, and that's where you put that URL that I have pasted in the chat. There's also a web-based version. I think it works pretty similarly. You just open it from the website. If you're having problems copying and pasting the link, but you're on the Show and Tell Discord, then you should be able to get it from there. Let me see. I got one person in the draw pile, so someone found their way there. Let me just message a couple people. Oh, it doesn't allow joining through web browser. Let me see if I can adjust that. Unfortunately, I don't see any settings about changing the permissions for the web version. It might be because I'm using a newer version of the application. Yeah, there's no password. Operator password, no. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know how to. I was always under the impression that you could join a session. Maybe they're because whenever I'd have these sessions before, random people would be joining. I just assumed they were joining from the browser-based version. Yeah, sorry about that. You'll have to download it to your desktop. See some people filtering in there now. Some people made it. Yeah, feel free to just start drawing. There's a suggested color palette there. I'm not going to police color usage, but the more of us using those colors, the more cohesive the end drawing is going to be and the cooler it's going to look on the screen at the Mayfair. on May 7th, Thursday, May 7th, 7:30. Before I jump into things, I just want to see if I can turn the sound notifications off on the chat. Because that's going to be distracting me if I'm always hearing that from Drawpile. So just give me 2 seconds to find that. Where would that be? See if I can troubleshoot this real quick. Turn off sound notification on Drawpile. Aha. Preferences make sense. There we go. So yeah, and also when you're drawing, draw medium, not too big, not too small. Just the size of Montreal. But yeah, you want to draw big enough that your art looks big and beautiful, but you want to leave enough room for everyone else. Because at the end of the day, we want to have a nice splash image of everyone's art living together, kind of a reflection of what the show and tell feels like. All right. Yeah, we're a bit late starting, but that's okay. We'll start rolling into it now. Yeah, so I'm going to have to take these instructions off the screen for now, but maybe if people are having a hard time getting into the draw pile, you can all work together, help each other out, while we dive into a little mini slideshow that will get us in a bit of let's pause and reflect over what we've done so far as we get pumped up and hyped and excited. We got to start somewhere, so let's bring it all the way down, back, take a walk down memory lane, and remember the beginnings of the animation show and tell, the 4th edition of which will be, like I said, happening May 7th, 7:30, 6:30 doors till 9:30 at the Mayfair Theater. So yeah, what is the show and tell? The show and tell is a annual showcase of local animation, local being, in this case, from Ottawa. So it's an hour-long screening of shorts, new and old, mostly new. One thing that I really love about the show and tell is that people take it as a deadline, as a challenge to make new work. So people are debuting stuff that they've literally just finished a couple weeks before, and that's really exciting, because animation takes a long time, and then a lot of us work in the industry where once we've done our part, which takes a long time, it then takes a long time for it to come out, and the impact of it feels a little sort of delayed. So the feeling of being able to make something and having that immediate connection with an audience just a few short weeks later is a really cool, it gives the screen a really cool energy. So we also screen animatics and works in progress, which is really cool to see as well. Get to see people's process and a little bit behind the scenes of what they're working on, as well as just animation loops or experiments. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a finished piece or a short like you might see in a festival. It's really just more of a showcase of all the different things people are doing with animation across the city. And almost all of it is entirely made right here in Ottawa. I think the first year had a bit more of a mix. There was a bit of stuff from Toronto and a couple. I think there was like something that was in there from LA, but there's just too much good stuff being made in Ottawa that if you're prioritizing local artists, which ASNTO does, then you're quickly going to fill up with amazing stuff made right here in Ottawa. So, and then after the show, there's a show and then there's a tell. So the tell portion is after pulling ourselves up off the floor after being blown away by an hour of amazing animation, a little recovery period. We ask a few of the artists to take the stage, and they're asked a few questions by the moderator or the audience to give us a little more insight into what they do. And then everyone takes a nice group photo. Everyone leaves happy and inspired, and we're ready to do it all again next year. And it's become this cycle of, people getting inspired by each other's work and even collaborating and working together and bringing new stuff to the show the next year. And here's a few little snapshots of the fun stuff we've done over the years, the people helping out front. It's a group effort, right? So, and it's just this fun kind of thing where everyone can have a fun idea, like these zines, or last year Bex helped put together these cool community flip books where everyone did a frame. And it's just a cool place to connect the community and do those kinds of fun little side projects around the event itself. There's the marquee of the Mayfair from the first year. And like I said, like the long lines, the big crowds, it's really cool to see just the enthusiasm of the community coming out to this event every year. And here's a look back on some of the posters from the past three editions. So this first one was put together by myself and Day. And the second year, Lisa Desia did an amazing computer animated signal film and poster. And then the incredible Dougal Dawson took a swing at it for the third year and did this great poster and an amazing signal film with this guy climbing up the cliff and seeing the beautiful ASNTO city in front of him. And we're keeping that tradition going strong with another great artist who's doing the poster and signal film this year. So without further ado, I promised a poster reveal. This year's poster, get ready, is done by the amazing Kayla Maroc, and her style is unmistakable. I wouldn't have to tell anyone who knows her work if I wouldn't have had to tell you who made this poster. I just have to show it to you, and you'd immediately be able to tell me. Maybe even just by the color palettes alone, but definitely by the sort of odd but fun kind of vibe of this weird little sun character at the bottom. So I really love this. She definitely made it her own. It looks great. I love the choice to have the letters cascading down from the ASNTO at the top. Even the little N gets an A on top. Just a lot of fun choices, and I like how she did the year 4 going there up diagonally. Yeah, Kayla does rule. Yeah, Kayla is living in Ireland at the moment. She's on a extended working holiday there, but she'll be back. She promised. And actually, if you want to hear a bit about her time in Ireland, we just released a episode of Most Fun Podcast where she was our guest, and she talks about her experience there connecting with the artistic community. It's really interesting. But yeah, so she's back there for another year, and then we'll see. But in the meantime, she's with us in spirit in poster form, and of course she's doing the poster, so she's also doing the signal film. That's all you get for now. That's the first shot of this year's Signal film. So just soak that in for a second while I rehydrate. Feels kind of like an old European cartoon. Absolutely. So actually, Kayla has family in Zagreb, which is a very much a European cartoon hub. So it might just be in her DNA. Yeah, this Signal film is definitely. She took it and ran with it. I didn't see it at all until she sent it to me the other day. It was completely finished, and it's incredible. So I'm looking forward to everyone seeing that. If you want to see this, you'll see it at the show, on the show and tell, and it will be posted to the Instagram the day after. But you got to save the surprise for the show. So great work from Kayla, as always. Yeah, you can't see it. You got to come to the show. And if you want to come to the show, here we go. People asking when tickets go on sale. This is the answer. They go on sale April 23rd at 6 p.m. So don't worry, you don't have to write this down. This will be posted on Insta tomorrow as the official announcement, but you can save the date now. And if you'd like to, by the way, if you would like to stay up to date with the announcements, but you don't want to have to be on Instagram all the time, and you want to get the announcements sent directly to your email, just email the Animation Show and Tell, or just Animation Show and Tell at Gmail, and just say mailing list please or something, and you'll be added to the list. And there'll be an email going out tomorrow with the link for the tickets so that you'll be ready to grab them when they go on sale next week. All right, yeah, so April 23rd. Okay, so coming up now, we're a bit behind, but not too behind. But I just wanted to give a little sneak preview of some of the past ASNTO artists we'll be talking to tonight. First will be Melissa Shu. And then we got Stephanie Victorine. If you've been to the show and tell in years past, you'll definitely recognize these names and some of their art. We'll be talking to another Melissa Lynn. And then we'll be talking to Rebecca Kartzmark. And finally, we'll end with Shane Plant from Premium Fantasy Studios. Yes, best $15 I'm going to spend all year. Yeah, it's the deal of a century. You don't get a deal like that anymore. $15 for the latest and greatest from Ottawa animation. It's a real steal. So before I jump into the calls, I'm going to pop over and see how the draw pile is progressing. Very nice. We're off to a good start here. Very good, very good. This looks like an infinity fencer. Like I said, I'm not going to be policing colors, but there's a palette there if you want to use it. But yeah, I'll leave this hanging up. I might even do a little bit of drawing myself. Give myself a little layer here. And yeah, let's start the calls. First up will be, let me just make sure this isn't cycling through, because for some reason every time I do this, okay, it seems like it's just going to stay on. let me test this out real quick. Yeah, okay. I think I understand what I was doing wrong before. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna the person who's on the call, their name will be down there. Let me just make sure I got my volume levels sorted out. Do I have Discord up here? Okay, we're gonna have to test it out live. I'm just gonna call our first guest, which will be Melissa. All right, away we go. I'll rely on the chat to let me know how the sound levels are when she does call in. So let's get that going.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going? We'll just chat for a bit until someone in the on the YouTube chat can let me know that you're coming in loud and clear.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oop, 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 oop.
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me?
It looks good on my levels, so someone will confirm that
Hello.
they can
Can
hear
someone
you.
confirm if they can hear me?
Can you hear Melissa? It takes a couple seconds because we're in the future for
Oh,
them.
got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone.
Hi, Spencer.
Well, people are cheering. They're saying "Yay, Melissa" and going "Woo." We can hear. Okay, good.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, Spencer.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Hi, King. It's going really well. It's
Yeah.
going really well. I'm super excited. I feel like it's been like 20 million years since I've spoken to you.
Yeah. I don't. When was the last time? Because you're not in town right now, right?
So here's the funny thing. I actually just got off the flight from
Oh
California
wow. Okay.
a few hours
Oh
ago.
my God. Well, thank you for making this a priority and showing up.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course. Honestly, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, I get, I land, I brush off the palm tree leaves, I immediately soak in this like kind of serotonin draining weather.
Yeah.
And then I immediately start promoting a pillar of the Ottawa community. So
Amazing. You get
I'm like
to.
basically like I start off Ottawa maxing the moment I land
Yeah.
down. So yeah, I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah. So let's start off by just looking back on some of your past submissions. What was the name of the first one you did? The one with the starts with the girl with the lollipop. What was that one called?
It was called Red Sucker.
Red Sucker. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good wordplay there because she ends up sucking a different kind of red.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Not
You get
not
it.
no spoiler alert. She ends up being a sort of vampiric and ripping the face off of her date at the end of the story. Yeah.
Is there a spoiler alert for something that's like less than a minute long?
I want yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what was the the inspiration behind that one? I guess one thing I'm curious about, one thing I want to ask a couple people who were like part of that first year is to remind me, like, was that something where you're like, oh, there's an event coming up, I'll make something for this event, or were you working on something, or did you already have it done?
Um, I did make it for the event.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I had the characters already. Like those were characters who I actually like those were original characters that I had been developing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a comic of them already,
Oh, okay.
but the actual film, yeah, that was just for the event.
Was the comic a similar story to what we saw in the film, or was it different stuff?
It has like the blonde character Anna and then the character dancing at the end, Lynn, and
Mm.
yeah, it's also like ooh, spooky and kind of like a little gory, but
Right.
yeah, it's like a horror comic that's
Y-
also pretty
yeah.
because the girls are so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, it really works well as the bait and switch. It really fools you into making you think you're gonna watch something very pink and cute and girly, and it hits when the horror moment hits it, which is definitely your expertise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So how long did that take you to make? That's another thing I'm curious about because I think now the show and tell is like we know it's a yearly event and we know like when it's gonna be. People often tell me that they leave show and tell and get started on their submission for next year, knowing that they're going to have it ready by then. But obviously that first year, you maybe like heard about it a couple months before.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the way you made that, you found a way of doing it in a sort of limited animation way that was like you could execute the idea but on a shorter time scale.
Yeah. See, I did think that, like, oh, it's more limited animation, but I did also shoot myself in the foot because even though it's limited, I was doing it in Storyboard Pro.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Even the coloring?
Even the coloring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I needed it to be limited because,
right.
yeah, I was going to lose a lot of time on my choices, but that's on me for making bad choices. So.
Is that just because that's the software you had that could do the job at the time that was available to you? Yeah.
I don't have Harmony, and I could probably, there's so many resources out there, but I'm just like really used to Storyboard Pro, honestly. And when I was starting to do it, I was just kind of like dicking around and I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that it was going to be that animated when I started dicking around. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't want to like, oh, if I try to like learn a legit animation program, like I might lose the momentum. You know how artists be like the moment you get
absolutely
like, discouraged. You're like,
I'm saying to you like, whoa, you did your animation in Storyboard Pro, but then I'm like, I do my storyboards in Harmony. So how is that any different?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and it's really just like if you have a software that you know so well that it just kind of gets out of your way and you just know where things are and you have your like workspace set up so that it just lets you flow, then I think you just deal with the place where that like where the software limits you. And limitations aren't a bad thing. You just kind of got to work with them and then kind of I find that breeds a kind of creativity anyway, so
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so then the next year I think was the year you did the one with Rob, right? A foe, yes, right. Which was a very much more polished and finished off, and that was definitely done with Harmony, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So what was that was a collab? So what was the process of working with Rob on that one?
It was, yeah. Like Rob reached out to me and was like, "Oh, we got some time. Like, I want to do something, but I have no ideas, and I've always wanted to collaborate with you." And I was like, "Well, I kind of have this idea, and yeah, let's just do it." And then we kind of hunkered down for like a few weeks, and yeah, did a foe.
So the that short really feels like a moment from a much larger story. In your head, was it sort of like the tip of the iceberg of this like of there's like more lore to it, or was it really just this like this cool sort of cinematic moment you had in your head?
More so the latter.
Yeah. And what maybe like describe again for maybe people to remember what it was like or who haven't seen it.
Right. Yeah, I'll give like a general.
Yeah, give us the pitch. Yeah.
I'll give you the pitch. All right. So when Rob was like, "Oh, do you have any ideas?" There was something that I was kind of mulling in my head, and I think I was thinking about the Chronicles of Narnia, and how there's like the Wicked Witch, or is that what her name is? No, that's Oz.
The ice.
The witch, the ice queen.
Ice queen. Thank you. Yeah.
I forget exactly. And then like Aslan, which is the lion.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember like when I was younger, the first Narnia movie like came out when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ooh, wow, what like this evil queen. Fast forward, I'm like growing up. The movies are still coming out. I'm like much older now. And this queen is still on her BS. Like she's still out here harassing everybody. And I'm just thinking, like, you're like a cool sorceress queen. Like, why not you just like chill? Like, why are you beefing
Yeah.
with this lion so hard?
Mm-hmm.
So that made me think. I was like, okay, what would be her reason? Like, if I were to think of a queen who's just constantly beefing, what would be her reason for
Mm-hmm.
it? And then I thought, like, oh, like, what if this was like an ex-lover who like loved the
Mm.
prince, loved the hero, but she like realized like, there's a better way to like keep his attention on me than being his love.
Right.
And that's where like the name comes from. It's like, oh, what's even I forget what I wrote. It's like, what's even better than being your fair maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun dun, a foe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So it was like a 1 minute short that just sort of built up to that idea and really just
Yeah.
sold that idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm spoiling all my shorts here, but
Yeah.
they're 1 minute. So
Yeah.
they're only 1 minute.
Yeah. Cool. And so then you storyboarded it and Rob animated it. Was that how you guys broke it up the work?
It was kind of like whatever we can like jump in,
Mm-hmm.
we just did. So like yeah, we kind of just like mishmash had a hand in everything except for like comp and all that and After Effects because I don't know how to do that. But yeah, I did like boarding and then I did the backgrounds
Okay. Cool.
and I would like also jump in for some animation as well and then he would also jump in for like different like designs and whatnot. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to say exactly who did what.
Yeah. It was it pretty like fast turnaround too?
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
remember at one point when we were doing the finishing touches on the animation in Harmony, we were like sitting side by side on like a desk. We were sharing like one pair of headphones
One
and then
person's hand on
like
the mouse, the other person's hand on the keyboard. Somehow you're able
yes,
to coordinate everything.
literally it was exactly like this. I was like, okay, no, hold on, like, click, 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 and he's like, okay, click, 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 okay, click, click, click. Like that's how it ended up being.
Is that one posted online, by the way?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, your Instagram handles online on screen, so
Yeah.
people can
Also,
go.
the comic that the Red Sucker the characters are from is also in my Instagram bio
Oh,
if
okay.
anybody wants to check
Oh,
it
nice. Yeah, and I use the little character from that as your on-screen icon.
out. Yep.
Cool. How was your recent time in California? What were the highlights of this trip?
Um, uh, it was funny. When my mom and like when my parents picked me up from the airport, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, like typical of a kid, like, oh, how's work? How's this?
Mm-hmm.
How's that? How's your relationship?
Mm-hmm.
I spent like the whole drive back basically talking about the Grand Canyon.
Oh, cool! You went to the Grand Canyon. Nice.
Yeah, because my partner and I went there, and
Yeah.
I like,
Okay, so tell me about that experience.
oh my gosh, I couldn't like
It
I just
defies words.
it defies words. Long story short, I guess I'll say that before I went, like, um, I was never that. I didn't really get like the cowboy western aesthetic.
Mm.
Like, it seemed kind of foreign to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, like I'm not really like I know it was a thing, but after visiting the canyon, I went home and I like drew like an Arizona Sona.
I was just gonna say you drew
Basically,
yourself as a cowgirl immediately. Like,
I did,
yeah,
yeah. I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. This is a vibe. This is a great vibe.
we're entering a new era of Melissa fashion now, with
Yeah.
involving spurs and cowboy
Yeah,
hats. Yeah.
I'm definitely entering my yeehaw era for
I
sure.
love this for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've never been there myself. Um, I'm glad to hear it's as impactful because there's this. I don't know. Like, I'm almost like I wonder if I'll go there and just be like, oh yeah, there's the Grand Canyon. Like you've seen it in pictures and stuff, and it won't live up to the majesty it's supposed to have. But it's good to
Try to
hear.
try to hype yourself up for it. You know how people
Right.
like dress up for movies or something? Like maybe you can like dress up in like a prospector outfit. Like I feel like that would suit your
That
vibe
is
with
my
like
yeah.
your hair and all that.
I'm definitely
So
not cowboy, but old prospector. I'm like one chipped tooth away from just being that.
yes, you see the vision. You
Yeah,
see the
I do.
visions.
Yeah.
I think if you like show up like ready to like fully LARP, like I think you'll have a better
I
time.
have an inner prospector for sure. I could summon that character with great ease. Yeah.
Love that for you.
The beard for sure is definitely a head start.
You see it. You see
I
it.
see it. I could become it. Cool. So your right now your best story from California wasn't from California, but that's all right.
Well, be obviously being with my beautiful partner, Travis.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was great.
Is he coming for the show and tell this year?
Not this year,
Okay.
unfortunately. Not this year. Um, yeah, like every year in the show and tell,
Hmm.
I've like brought like a new I've brought
Yes,
people who
it's true.
was like really important to me.
Hmm.
So for the first one, I brought like my two best friends from like elementary school, like not even in animation at all.
Hmm.
And then like the second year, I brought my parents and my like older sister and then
Mm.
some friends. And then the third year, I brought Travis. So yeah.
So who are you bringing this year?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to focus on nabbing a ticket for myself. I mean, like I gotta worry for myself. I can't be thinking about other
You're
people.
gonna bring Arizona Melissa, your Arizona Sona.
I should.
Yeah.
I should. I do have a cowboy hat from back when I attended a Beyonce concert.
Oh my god,
So
amazing.
maybe I should.
Yeah, ticket. It's gonna be you're gonna have to be quick draw. Speaking of cowboy lifestyle, you're gonna have a quick draw to get tickets this year. I think everyone sees how fast they go and is gonna have their finger hovering over the button on the day of.
Girl, you really girl boss too close to the sun with this one. Like, I'm gonna need you to calm down so that it's
I
easier for me
know.
to get tickets.
Well,
Like,
I mean, to me, I see that and I go, well, the obvious conclusion and the solution is that we just need more events like this. Obviously, there's more enthusiasm for local animation. Like this is like, I love that you bring out other people, and because I love hearing people who don't really know anything about animation how they react to it, because I think we have like us, we know each other and we know the talent that is here, and it's like just cool to see it all together and celebrate it, and that's exciting. But there's almost like this like kind of like stunned feeling that when I've brought people from outside animation or other people I know who aren't in our world kind of see it all at once and go, holy crap, like this is all happening in Ottawa. Like they, because it's a classic thing of like Ottawa has like its animation scene and its industry is like kind of like a secret for some reason. Like when you tell people you work in animation in Ottawa, they don't, it's like news to them that animation's even
honestly,
done here.
Canada animation in general
Yeah,
is a little bit like needs better PR.
absolutely. So yeah, for that reason, also because tickets are go so fast, it's like
Ah,
we like, to me that's a signal of we need more events so that people can have more opportunities to see great local animation, and also it just you can for your work on your short for a year and show it the show and tell, but what if you finish it in September and you want to show it? We need more events
that's
on the
fair.
calendar. Yeah.
But Spencer,
Mm.
I want it to be at your event.
It's our it's
Your event matters.
Melissa. It's our event. We all
Oh,
share it. Yeah. There wouldn't be an event if people weren't submitting amazing stuff every year. It would just be a sad, empty theater with a blank screen.
Well, you're kind of a rock star in this community, though. So, like,
I'll
you
take it.
know, yeah,
I'll take Rockstar.
yeah, people want to be like, ooh,
Hmm.
this is like, oh, Spencer's event, and like, it's like the rock stars of the animation in this city. It means a lot to people
Yeah.
that it was started by us.
Yeah, no, it's really cool to see how everyone comes together and people want to help and make it like amazing and just keep
Mhm.
making it better every year.
Yeah, if you want
Yeah.
like an anecdote of how
Yeah,
much
yeah,
this like
please.
it means to some people. Um, okay, well, like first of all, I'll talk about how much it meant to me.
Yeah.
Um, like you asked like, oh, what are your like memories
Mhm.
about the like show and tell? And literally one of my I remember like the day I got that DM from Day.
Mm.
Like just like, oh, like humbly, like, oh, I kind of want to do this. Like, do you have anything?
Right.
And
Right,
I
because we sent out the
immediately,
first those little feeler messages to be like, would anyone be interested in participating in this? Right? Like, is that what you're talking about?
yes,
Right.
yes, that.
Yeah.
And like immediately I was like, oh my gosh. Like I was immediately like sounding the alarm, like, oh my God, have you guys heard about this? This is incredible. Um, and then like I was still working at the time and I'm like telling people about it. Like, oh, are you guys gonna do it? And then if when I hear from somebody that like, I don't know, I'm not really into it. I don't think so. I would be like offended. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What? This is why we went into this. Like,
Yes.
this is why we became animators. Like, what?
Hmm.
Like, why would you not like
Yeah.
do this? Like, this is why we went through all those years of
I know.
school.
I, I
Like,
I think that's true for a lot of people, but it's surprises me. But some people, they're like, oh, animation is something like, oh, I've heard like you can get a job doing that, and I'm pretty good at drawing. I could learn how to do that. Not, I don't think everyone comes into this, and I think this is totally fine, by the way. Not everyone's motivated by the idea of like, I want to make my own stuff. I want to tell my own stories. I want to get my ideas out there. Obviously, animation attracts a lot of those kinds of people,
mhm.
to the extent that I think people who aren't like that almost kind of feel like, should I be like that? But I think for some people, they just like, oh, I'm not making my own shorts or anything. I'm just like, I like working in animation. And I think that's,
Honestly, that's fair.
yeah.
That's fair. Especially
Mhm.
because like I did like take time off to like work on it.
Mhm.
So like I get it. Like time, money.
That too. I mean, yeah, it's you got to really want to do it to do it in addition to all the other stuff you have to do, your job and all your other responsibilities. But no,
But
it's
for me
so
it always
yeah.
means a lot. So okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit, but I'm gonna come to a point.
Okay,
Like
I'll,
all right,
I'll
so
let you cook.
literally right before we started this stream, I was calling Travis
Hmm.
and I was talking about like I was telling him about like, oh, like this song like goes like we're gonna party like it's and he's like, oh yeah, Prince. And I'm like, no, Justin Bieber at Coachella,
Right.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
And then he went anyway, I'm coming to a point.
It's
I
funny.
have
I
a
was
point.
I was just listening to that song. Someone was talking about it on YouTube, so that's fresh in my head. But yeah, go.
It's fire. It's fire. Anyway,
It's good.
I was thinking about this for like a while because I don't know if any of you saw it, where at Coachella, Justin Bieber did this bit after he had done like his set with his new music and all that. He pulled up a laptop and then he was like, "Okay, guys, like what do you guys want to hear?" Because, Justin has such like a huge backlog of music. And like they're like, "Oh, obviously like Baby, we want to hear Baby." And so he's singing Baby and he's like doing it all nonchalant. He's doing like the cool like new Justin way like baby, baby, baby. Oh. And then someone requests Beauty and the Beat and he's like show you off. I really want to show you off. But then people are getting hype And then at one point, it's like he locks in and remembers who he is. And he goes, like, like what he say? He's like, show you off. He was like, what you want? What you want? Na 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 na. And he goes back to like classic Justin Bieber,
Amazing.
like when he was like a really good when he sang when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone was like, "Oh my God, he remembered who he is." Like he locked in and he was like, "Wait a minute, I'm Justin Bieber." Ah! So like, anyway, my point is, my point is, when this when ASNTO was like announced and all that,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's like every year, like when it was announced, like, oh, like, are you gonna go? And I'm like, guys, remember who you are. Remember that you came into this. Like, I get it. We've all been working, some of us for like
Yeah,
over a decade now.
totally.
We're like jaded. We've been working in this industry, but remember who you are. Remember that you love making art. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is our chance. Like,
Yes.
be like when Justin Bieber locked in at Coachella. Anyway, yeah, there you go.
I love
That was my
that.
point.
And I do also love the new Justin. That song, what's the one he does with McGee there, Daisies?
Oh yeah,
That stuff's
New
good
Justin's
too.
pretty good too.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I've heard good things about.
but not to discount the moral of your story, and I totally agree. It's like I think part of, I mean, the genesis of why me and Dade decided to start this is because we were having the same frustrated conversation, being like, oh, other places have animation events like this, but we know all these super talented people who do cool stuff. Why don't we have that? And it's like, well, it's because no one's starting it. So it's like, well, we can't be another two people having this conversation. It's like someone's going to start it, so let's just be the people who start it. Because yeah, I think that feeling you're talking about of like, remember who you are. It's like, and it's funny because it goes both ways. It's the thing of like, do you have any idea how good you are at this and how like amazing you are? And it's funny. It's this like mutual admiration society where we all see ourselves as the person being like, whoa, like
Like,
my friends are so
guys,
talented, but we all feel that way.
you you have a skill
Yeah,
that like people are like dreaming
I
about,
know.
and
Yeah,
you have it.
yeah.
Like,
But
do
we're so used to
something.
hanging out with each other that we're all doing the same stuff. So it's like we forget how rare that is just as a starting point. That we can do animation at all. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go out there, make a normie friend. Tell them you're in animation, and then watch their like eyebrows
Yeah.
raise, and then their like eyes light up. Like, what?
I find that can go either way, especially getting older. I find like sometimes you tell people, "Oh yeah, I work in animation," like, "Oh, that's cool," and they don't want to hear any more about it. But then sometimes they're like, "Oh my god, tell me everything." So,
You know what? That's fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
it's very fair. Cool.
I mean,
Well,
like, I don't want to call anyone out, my parents, but anyway.
all right. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing your stories.
Yeah.
That's a good
Hold on,
good takeaway.
I got one more
One
though.
more. Okay,
I got
cool. Go.
Okay. Like this was the anecdote that I'm
Mm-hmm.
like showing how much like it meant to some people.
Okay.
Okay, so second animation, show and tell. I'm standing in line. I don't remember who, but a friend of mine could not make it, so I had an extra ticket.
Mm-hmm.
This was the show and tell where like there was like a few door tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, there was like a bunch of kids that were like waiting at the front who didn't get tickets. Like, oh, like is anyone gonna
Mm-hmm.
like trying to find some?
Yep.
I'm standing in line. There's two girls behind me talking about like, oh, like hopefully, like I don't think they have any more tickets. And then I turn around, I'm like, oh guys, like I have I have like I have a ticket. And they're like, oh,
Fight over
really?
it.
And then I'm like, oh, I only have one. And I kid you not, the scene that like happened before me
Oh my
right
god.
after that. Okay, so I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
The two girls. These were like kids. I think they're like still in college or maybe they were just 5'1". I don't know. Anyway, so they they turn towards each other at the exact same time, like their
Mm-hmm.
heads like whip around. They lock eyes, and then you just see like the dismay in both of their eyes, and then one of them goes, "Take it, take it. Like you wanted to go to this,
Mm-hmm.
just go." And the other girl, she like leans in closer and she goes, "But I don't want to go if it's without you."
Oh my
And
God.
then she goes, "It's okay. It's okay. I'll be at Targ. I'll be at the after party." And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And then she goes, "Thank you so much to me." And I'm like, what am I seeing? Like, oh no, I felt so bad. I was like, what kind of Sophie's Choice like situation did I just
Yeah.
put these two poor
You
girls in?
gave them this like friendship crisis, but that weirdly probably bonded them closer together because they one got to like jump on the train tracks for the other one of not going.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like later on, even crazier, like someone that I had met a while ago comes up to me at like the end of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go, "Oh my God, Melissa, thank you so much. Because of you, one of my best friend got to share this with me." I was like,
Oh,
"Oh my gosh."
wow.
It's like, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's no problem. It's no problem. I just had an extra ticket." Anyway, so that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
when like this means so much to a lot of
It's
people.
it's such a good case of like it really takes just a little bit to like make a lot happen sometimes like where the ambition that Day and I had for the first show and tell was like, let's just get our friends at the Mayfair. We'll play stuff we've already made on screen, and then we'll take creatively staged photographs to make it seem like it was a real event, and then that will to make it seem like a real event. So next year people will come and then we can build. But no, it's like I think, and I think part of it is because Ottawa over the past few years especially has really been at this crossroads of this like there's like a almost like a frustrated energy of like the artistic community here where there's so much of us and then there's the people who know there could be more connecting it all and are frustrated that it's not happening and then there's the people who don't even like know that they want it but I think both those things when it so whenever there's like even one new event it's like such it's like all this pent up excitement like all that pent up frustration just becomes like excitement it's like oh finally there's like something like this and you can feel that in the room I feel like OCAF the Ottawa Comics Arts Festival which just had its first year a couple of weeks
Hmm.
back very similar energy both with the people who participated but also the people who came to see everything it's that same kind of like people who were coming to my table. Of course, they were saying nice things about the stuff I was that I had made and was selling, but everyone was talking about the event as a whole too, and just saying, "Wow, there's so much talent, there's so much variety," and like people were just like beaming, you know. And I think it's that
Hmm.
like, oh, like, because I part of it too is I think Ottawa has that reputation. Like someone wrote that article however many years ago, Ottawa's the city that fun forgot, and like everyone's just been
Oh my
like,
gosh. I'm sorry. I know that I'm like going
yeah,
over time, but like I have so much to say about that
yeah.
too. Like, but yeah, no,
But
continue.
so there's this also this feeling of like oh like that like everyone carries that kind of around with them and like the idea is like oh no like Ottawa has like this like secret identity and there's like really cool things happening
Hmm.
under the surface so yeah I
Yeah,
think
that's why that's like
mm-hmm,
the thing with OCAF and ASNTO as well, to
mm-hmm.
give you more credit, is that it's headed by people who believed in us,
Yeah right yeah
who believe in us, who know who we are. Justin,
I think I'm well
Justin, why did you sing "Baby" like that?
and I think that's the necessary first step it has to emerge from the community itself right because if it is undetected then the only people who are going to know about it are the people who are part of it so yeah
Mhm.
it's the natural
Yeah.
first steps, and I think there'll be much more to come. To me, the whatever success this event has, and it's the excitement and all that stuff, is just a signal that there has to be more now. It's inevitable. Like the ideas in people's heads that like, oh, there's people out there making cool stuff and people want to come see that stuff. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And
Well,
also, I just can't like
mhm.
I wasn't up in LA. There's tons of stuff out there all the time that's not even very good. So
Right. Yeah.
feel feel confident.
Yeah, we punch way above our weight here for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
and I'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Next up, well, let's take a look at some of these drawings first before we take our next call. We've been looking at Space Dog here. It's very good. Ooh, a little visit from the Winter Wisp character. I don't know if this character has a name. This is from a past show and tell. I love this guy. Oh, nice. Very good. Tapping into the conversation we just had here. Ooh, a scary ASNTO apple doing battle with a frog knight. Oh, this is a nice fairy. Yeah, we got some good stuff going here. Still a good amount of room for people to fill in. But yeah, it's coming along very nicely. All right. So let's call up our next guest, which will be Steph. Let me end this call. There we go. Stephanie Victorine. I believe Steph was our next caller. Let me just double check. Yeah. Let me just message her. Maybe I'll do a little doodle in the meantime. All right. Steph is ready to go. Start voice call. Battle with a frog knight. Oh, this is a nice. Oh, Steph, you'll have to turn down my stream in the background.
I just did it.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to. I'm beamed in from the past.
Oh yeah, I was like, it's like the call is earlier than the YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. There's a delay, quite a bit of a delay on the YouTube stream. There's like a
It works.
20-second delay or something. How's it going?
Okay. It's going good.
Yeah.
I got my first day off since I've been back,
Amazing.
so I'm tired, but
Uh,
I'm good. I'm happy.
Someone,
I'm free.
I should probably do a better job of introing people when they come on. You're Stephanie Victorine.
Yeah.
Hello, Stephanie.
Hello,
Um,
everybody.
and how you do a lot of things. So how do you usually how do you sum up what you do when you're kind of explaining what you do? Like you're an illustrator. You're a would you say anything you do fall into like graphic design or like is it really illustration, tattoo artist, of course, is a big one.
Yeah. I like to just say that I'm a man of many hats in the industry.
Yeah, that's
Because
good.
like as much as I'd like to say that I'm an artist as well, I also do
Hmm.
like, a bit of the PR and the HR things when it comes
Right.
to the deeper levels, I guess. But
Hmm.
I I get I'm reading the messages. I get pretty bored just like doing this one thing. So
Yeah.
like I don't know. I like just having a foot in everything until I can't do it anymore, and then I will just wait for somebody to fire me if I needed to.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you're a very talented illustrator, and your work pops up all over the city in murals and banners
Yeah.
and up on the Kipnis lantern. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been pretty oh sorry, you're gonna hear my cat with her little jingle bell.
Hmm.
I've been pretty lucky in the past year to be getting those jobs because in the
Hmm.
beginning it was just like, I moved to Ottawa like 21 and I did a comms degree like nothing. Well, a bit artsy because I got to do some printmaking and stuff. But then like coming in like I graduated from the Algonquin College and then jumped straight into the great economical depression when it comes to art.
Right.
So it was a bit of a struggle, but this past year with the couple contracts that I got to do
Hmm.
with other people has been um like it's been such a blessing and I hope I can keep having that opportunity this year
Hmm.
as well. Like luckily it did start like that, so stay tuned, but it's it's been good so far, which I'm really happy. Well, I'm privileged for, I
Yeah.
guess.
When I
Yeah.
the year I first met you was at the I met you at TAC at the
Yeah.
in the halls of the pitch speed pitching. What year was that? Was that 2019?
No, it was not
That
2019. It
was
was like
after pandemic.
yeah, it was after
Okay. All
pandemic.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been here that long.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
20
That's when. Yeah. You said. Yeah. You said you've been here since 20. When
one. Yeah.
one? Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I met you like I think it was before they pulled the cake out. There was like a whole like there's supposed to be a cake thing and then Dainty was like
Oh.
grabbed
Right.
you like, Spencer, this is Steph and I was like, what is up, brother?
Oh yeah.
Um
What was the?
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Why was there cake?
like it was the OAF just had cake in
Okay.
between their
Right.
speakers, I think. But yeah, and then and then I think I just kept meeting a lot of people and then
Hmm.
I met Rand's amazing partner, Mika, and she was like, you should join the drink and join. I was like, okay.
Oh.
And
Okay. How
friendship.
did you meet Mika?
She was a client basically. Like
Oh.
I
Okay.
was
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, I was in the beginning of my tattoo journey
Hmm.
and she came over and she's like, I want these tattoos. And I was like, okay. And it was her and her friend. And it was a great time getting to know the both of them. And then
Cool.
I've locked onto them ever since. They're
Hmm.
like my aunties,
Yeah.
like cool aunties. But yeah, it's been lovely. And it's
Cool.
lovely getting to know everyone as well,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
like, I love community so much.
I mean, the me thinking it was like 2019 is just a testament to how much it feels like you've just been around much longer than you have been.
Yeah, I have that on people,
Yeah.
everyone's like, I've known you for so long.
Yeah,
I'm like, of
totally.
course.
Yeah, because I'm thinking back now to even like last year at Show and Tell. I feel like even then I don't think we really knew each other that well even a year ago.
No,
So
it was like we were still like on that like we're like getting to know
yeah,
like
yeah,
friendship thing
that's true.
and I was just like this like a little shy thing, be like, I don't know what to do, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. I'll see you later.
So let's talk about last year at Show and Tell because you presented the Tamarind Queen
Yeah,
and you were taking the stage with your collaborators there with you.
yeah.
Some of whom I had also met at TAC in years previous.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, talk a bit about that project and how that came about, what your role in that was.
Well, originally it started as like we all met each other at the OAF and we like I think it was like after our second convention together, we're like, let's just do something
Let's
and we
start a band.
brainstormed. Yeah, let's start a band. Let's do our own studio with no money. It's great. We suffered. Um, and we were like trying to like figure something out, and then I like remembered my mother's story about her climbing the tamarind tree and like just
Mm-hmm.
having a horrible time like with that thing. And I was like, let's just like do something short based on that. And and we started doing it, and we got three amazing writers on the team.
Mm-hmm.
We had our animation person, and everyone else was just like, I did like I did mostly I did the rough story writing because like I'm the source,
Mm-hmm.
and then I provided some of the references for like the main character design, which is based off of my mother's picture as like a little girl that some random German guy took of her because they were like for some reason she told me like back in the islands like Germans had an obsession with the
With
Seychelles
Seychelles?
people,
Oh yeah.
especially. So it was a bit creepy, but
Oh.
like they would just like take pictures of her and then give her the photos and be
Oh
like,
my
okay.
god.
So yeah, like I just did like I helped out a bit with the character design
Well,
and then
they were starstruck because they were meeting the Tamarind Queen. They had heard the
yeah,
legends.
they're like, this girl knows what's good. This green plant. She knows how to like, like put the spices with that shit. It's good. But yeah, and then like I did character design, background design, and then just like I think once we saw that you guys were putting the call out, I was just like, I'm just gonna throw our stuff in. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter how finished it is or
Yeah.
not finished. And
Well, it was a pretty finished in terms of like a finished animatic. Like,
story.
yeah, you could get the whole story from it for sure. So.
Yeah. Like that's why I was like, it's fine. Like if
Mm-hmm.
we don't have to have like pristine stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really rewarding to see everyone's reaction. Like hear and see everyone's reaction
Mm-hmm.
towards the short because like we were sitting down originally about it because we were like, oh, because like we were getting feedback here and there. It's like you have to fix this, you have to do that, and we were just like, oh, we don't know if we're gonna keep doing this.
Right.
But it was great to see like hear everybody, and like it really gave us a little bit of a spark.
Mm-hmm.
But we're taking a hiatus right now because
Mm-hmm.
some of us got babies, some of us are
Yes.
like in different career paths as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then as myself, like I became like a busy man, so it's been a journey for everybody.
Yeah.
Like we're still in touch, we're still talking. Like someone just hit us up, just like, when are we gonna do the next thing? We're like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Come.
Yeah. Well, I think those I think group projects like that. I had one of those a couple of years ago where it was like a group of us. It was almost like a book club or something. It was like during COVID where we were like, let's all just like throw our ideas in a pot together and just make something together. And we would just meet once a month on Discord and throw ideas around. And like I think it's easy to go, oh, and then nothing came of it. But I think like just doing that, like something comes from it. Like one of my mottos is like, there's no such thing as wasted effort. The time you
Yeah.
spend doing this stuff, it's like, well, you're on a project, you're sharpening new skills, you're learning things from the people you're working with, you're forming
Mhm.
these friendships, and then on top of everything else, who knows what the future, like maybe one day someone was like, oh, I was talking to someone who wants like childhood stories from like people's parents and stuff who immigrated to this country. Like they're looking for something, like, oh, pick that up off the shelf and dust it off and give it a new
Mhm.
polish. Like it could come back, because I think it's such a, what I love about that short, even as it exists now, it's got that great combination of it. Like it's just has that timeless feeling of just a story of childhood, but it's very specific and localized about like your mom's specific childhood, but it's got elements that everyone you can relate to. And then of course it's got fun cartoony gags, and it's very like
Mhm.
cute and endearing. So yeah, I was like, oh, I know that. um I think we played it pretty early in the show because I thought it was like such a good way to kind of get into that fun zone for like, just because it's just like a great little cartoony thing. And it's one of those things where from the animatic, I'm like, oh, I can see what this would look like finished. Like I get the vision for it.
Yeah, like we learned a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
especially like since some of us hadn't had the chance to work on a piece before like this as well. So it definitely like gave us like a portfolio
Yeah.
piece at least, and then it gave us what something to expect. Like I don't know, but like it was so great. Like I'm still very speechless from that
Mm-hmm.
experience. It was just
Mm-hmm.
it's I hope we can like finish it one day.
Yeah. I'm sure your mom has seen it.
Yeah, she cried and she's like,
Oh.
I don't sound like that. What the fuck? It's not me. It's like so quiet.
That's what she sounded like when she was a kid.
Yeah.
She doesn't have
Like it's
yeah.
like
She has pictures, but does she have any audio proving how she spoke back then?
no,
No.
like that was
It's open to
like what was it?
interpretation.
Yeah, and it was like back in the was it? She's born in 74, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge her age. She'll kill me if you guys calculate her age.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll
so
we'll
like
beep that.
yeah, it's like boop boop. So like technology also was like so limited at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
everything was like film. They had the old-timey radio, so they didn't really have television until like the late 80s, early 90s, because like we're so behind as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you guys are in 2010, we were still into the early 2000s. So everything's just like a little bit behind, but it would be cool if she had a video like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we take the next caller, I want to hear sort of um, your takeaway or your memory from participating. Like, so that was the first show and tell you went to, right, last year?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the first.
So I want to hear just like what's your favorite memory from that experience?
I just loved how big the community is. Like
Mm-hmm.
this, your like show and tell became basically a hub for animators who were struggling, who were just entering the scene, who were like even retired from the community as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
just come together and just share something, because like that's something that I've always admired about most communities. Like you can just come together. You don't have to be like, the hottie toddies being like, oh, you just started, call me when you're ready type of
Mm-hmm.
business. Like you're out here just sharing everything.
Yeah.
And it also like builds connection with people that are not even in the industry as well. Like you don't
Mm-hmm.
like how I managed to get like jobs with Center Town. Like they were able to see like, the animation pieces that I did, and then they ended up like investigating my portfolio and like connections, and then that just started like building up a bit more. So you
Mm-hmm.
never know who you really meet there,
Yeah.
right? And that's amazing. Like if you can just like you don't even have to submit, as long as you can at least attend the show or
Mm-hmm.
just attend the after party, that like can open up many doors for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't even have to be in just animation as well, right? You can
That's
do
right.
almost anything. You start like, mingling with drinks and be like, hey pal, you
Mm-hmm.
want to be friends and do other things together? That's great.
Yeah.
Let's go tap some maple trees. It'll be wonderful.
Yeah, I think that's one of
Yeah.
the positive outcomes of sort of there being not enough stuff in the like
Mhm.
to serve the Ottawa arts community is when there is something, it like everyone goes to it because it's like I think Ottawa Design Club is such a, which you also work with,
Yeah.
is such a good example of that, of it being like it's in a bigger city. A design event like that would bring in only designers because there's enough things serving the other group, disciplines
Mhm.
and different art sectors. But because there's just not enough of anything here, that when there is like literally anything, it's like a design. I'm not a designer, but that's close enough. I'll go to that.
Mhm.
And then what ends up happening is the people who run those events start meeting the animators and other people who are like,
Yeah.
they start meeting people from outside of the design world, and they're like, well, maybe we could expand our lens to like bring in those people, and like, because really we're like, we artists doing different things. There's so many ways those intersect, especially animation, because animation is really
Mhm.
like such a crossroads of all the art forms. It's like acting, music,
Yeah.
storytelling,
Motion
drawing.
graphics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so important to, especially because I think if animation has a hurdle to overcome, is we can kind of sort of be in our locked in our own little world too much and not
Hmm.
peer outside of it and see what can be lessons can be learned from people who do different kinds of stuff and like kind of chew in love with our own art form. So it's
Hmm.
really good to get that infusion of ideas from outside things. And I know like you're someone who totally gets that because you like to hop around to different worlds and like pick up things from different
Yeah,
parts of
I
the
like
arts
to
community.
merge. Yeah, and I like merging it all together
Yeah.
as well, because like even because like even at the Urban Arts Collective, like right now,
Hmm.
they're creating like summer workshops and everything, and
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, let's get like some animators involved and teach like the kids, basic animations and start to like, bring that love for like it's not just fine arts, it's not just graphics design,
Exactly.
it's more than as well, right?
Yeah.
And that combo is like just amazing.
And that's that I
And
like that's the sort of the I feel like on the horizon. That's like the bigger vision is like yeah, connecting the arts community, like connecting animators to other animators, and then connecting animation to other artists. But then beyond that, it's like well, let's look beyond that, and that arts doesn't have to be a thing where um, the artist is on stage and then there's like a strong separation. Oh, you're the audience. Watch us do
what?
something, rather than
Yeah.
no, it's like this invitation to participate. And I really feel like
Mhm.
animation show and tell definitely has that vibe. I think one of my favorite memories is when Kat Middleton, who showed up at the I think it was the second year with
Mhm.
her first animation, and I didn't like she's so I didn't know who she was. I just thought what she submitted was interesting, and
Mhm.
I didn't know. And then I found out along with everyone else that she was someone who happened to come to the first show and tell
Yeah.
and had never tried animation until she got inspired by the event and like basically taught herself animation and
Yeah.
submitted the
So
next year.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even got to like then that connected us as well because then I
Hmm.
ended up tattooing her as
Oh,
last year,
fun.
which is amazing.
Cool. Uh,
No, but I love it. Like the connection, like I'm going overboard, I'm sorry. But the connection also just like it also gave you and I and a bunch of other
mhm.
like with Dainty that opportunity to work with the NEC as well, right? Like we got to do the sponsor reel
True.
for Oh Yeah last year as well, right?
Hmm.
So like that was like fucking that was crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That was really fun how that came together.
hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you go then.
Okay. Thanks for calling in. It's good
No,
chatting.
thank you for calling. And we'll see how great everything's gonna be.
Absolutely. I'm excited. The deadline is tomorrow, so there'll be a flood of submissions and we're going to
Mm.
spend a good part of the weekend just looking over it all and yeah.
Yeah,
Just
I'm gonna try and sneak out of ODC. We'll see.
oh right. I forgot.
I mean,
Yeah.
the combo is not great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry. But okay. Allez,
All right.
vamos.
All right, have a great night.
Bye. Good night.
Okay. Some more detail emerging on this beautiful frog night. The space dogs are multiplying. I love the detail on this guy. That's cool. Oh, hell yeah. We got a champion and a wizard. All right, who's let's see, who's next on the call list. We got our second Melissa of the night. We got Melissa Lynn. All right, let me just end this call and then I'll call up Melissa.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. You're our second Melissa of the night.
Yay.
Yeah. I tried to line up a third, but couldn't do it. One night
Oh
having
man.
all Melissas alt night at some point. Melissa's all the way
You know,
down.
that wouldn't be very hard. There's a lot of Melissas around here.
Yeah, it's true. So why? Well, let's learn about this, Melissa. I want you to introduce yourself before we jump in.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Melissa number 2. Or number 3 or number 4, depending.
Number 2 in
depending on
sequential
where we're
order.
at.
There's no ranking. Yeah.
But yeah,
All Melissas are
so
created
I'm
equal.
yeah. I was born in 1989 though. So
Ooh, you might have been first then.
awesome.
You might be first.
Uh, no, what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm just kidding. Fun fact though, my middle name is Stephanie, so there's that too.
Oh wow. A lot of crossover.
Yeah, very much
Yeah.
so. But yeah, other than my many names, I do animation. I love animation. I'm a big nerd. I'm out here in Ottawa too, doing my thing. Working on my project when I can, but also hustling quite a bit. It's been a pretty busy season, but also like a quiet season at the same time too, given the way things have been in animation in general. But still
Yes.
doing stuff.
Cool. I want to talk about that, but first I want to rewind back to the first year of Show and Tell,
Yeah,
because you had your short suite in that first show, which was very very
I
cute.
showed there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you not remember?
No, I do. I remember very, very fondly.
Okay. You seem
Yeah,
surprised for a
good one.
second.
Oh no. That's just how it sounds sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sweet was a little kind of little music video that's like set to music. It's like different treats, like different cupcakes and candies and stuff, and they were sort of morphing between them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how'd that
Yeah,
how'd
I
that one
wanted
come
to,
about?
right. So I wanted to like explore what like the word sweet means because
Hmm.
like that's just how I think. I was like, okay, I think I was also maybe kind of hungry too. Um, but uh, I was
While you
sitting
explain this,
at
I'm
my
gonna
desk
draw a
thinking,
cupcake.
oh yeah, go for
Hmm.
it. So I was sitting at my desk just thinking like about like what the word sweet means, and I'm like, okay, well, there's like candy and stuff that tastes sweet, but then it's like, okay, well, you could do something sweet, like something nice for somebody,
Mm,
or you could like do a sweet move on a skateboard,
right.
um, or other things like that. And then my mind just kept going, and I was like, well, what if I animated something to this? And
Hmm.
it was very much a like how do I say? The way I thought about it and like executed it was kind of straight ahead in the way that we talk about when we're talking about like animation in betweens, where it was
Hmm.
just like one thing after the other, like what if this and then this and then what if I use this song and then what if I did this,
Right.
and it became what it was.
Right. So you just started at the beginning and sort of moved forward and just kind of let the free association kind of guide you.
Yeah, it was very much vibes,
Yeah.
that
Cool.
one. Yeah.
Hmm. How did you? What was the music from? Did you find the music somewhere, or was it? Did you get someone to make some
Yeah,
music?
I did.
Hmm.
So I'm trying to think exactly how I found the song.
Hmm.
Um, I think I was on like some random website that lists a bunch of music and like its beats per minute.
Right.
Because I wanted to get like just a scratch track, like something to base my board off of, and I had like a metronome going, and I was like, "Ooh, this
Mm.
one sounds like, or this one seems like it might be really cool." Just picking like random songs, and then I listened to it and I was like, ah, this is actually perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use this for my scratch track. And so I did, but when the time came to replace the song, I couldn't find a song that was as good.
Hmm.
Um, so it was just like a random song that I stumbled across on the internet. And so I ended up contacting the composer for permission to use it in my short, and that's pretty much how it went down. I paid for it too.
Nice.
But it was very lucky that I found it, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing of picking temp music for something. It's like it's only going to be temp for so long, and then you're not going to be able to hear anything else underneath it if you're going to get
Exactly.
very attached to it, and you're going to make all your choices sort of based around that music, inspired by it. So That's cool that it worked
Mhm.
out though, that you're able to get the rights to use it at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was really, really, really. I felt really lucky and grateful
Mm-hmm.
that he was willing to cooperate. I mean, it was a cute little short too. I can't
Yeah.
imagine anyone being bent out of shape for that,
No,
but
no.
wanted to make sure that get the permissions and stuff.
Absolutely. Cool. So, what do you remember from? What's your first like memory when you think of that first show and tell?
Oh man. So I really enjoyed so far listening to everybody talk about what they've been talking about so far because I agree with so many things and remember at the same time. And the show and tell is such a like pillar in the community now.
Mm-hmm.
But that first one, I remember not knowing what to expect at all. I knew it would be busy. I knew there would be people, but I didn't expect it to be as like packed as it was.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I did. You know what I mean? Like,
I want break that down because so I'll tell you from my experience. Like I think
okay.
I already sort of alluded to it a bit on this
Uh-huh.
stream, where our idea was that well it's just going to be the people we actually invite to come that will be there,
Right.
and like people like you and our other friends who we reached out to or spoke to and said, hey, if we did this, would you put some animation on screen? And we figured those will be the people who come. It'll be like maybe like 40, 50 of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
We'll watch our animation, we'll laugh at our own jokes, and then it'll like we'll make it seem like something more happened, and then people will want to come next time. And it was really
Yeah.
like honestly, it was I was not expecting the first year to be what it was. It like blindsided me a couple of weeks before the event where I started, and for me it would start happening because I was like getting more ticket orders than I expected. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I was like, I didn't even have a ticketing thing sent up. It was just like, e-transfer me the money.
I remember.
And also,
Yeah.
which I did for the next year too. It was like the third year was like, we're not doing this is too shady. but but I just thought whatever, it's just gonna be my friends sending me an e-transfer. It's a big what a big deal. But then I was starting seeing names of people. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And then it was just like,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and then I was like, oh, I don't know who any of these people are. Oh no, like 100, 150. Like, okay. I actually now have to think about like logistics of like, okay, there's this many people coming. We need this much time for them to get in the building and da da da. So I had to like
Mm-hmm.
kind of like snap to attention and think, oh, okay, it's actually an event now. That I have to wrap my mind around that. So so what were you expecting? You're saying you were sort of thinking that people were going to be there, but sort of not. Like, what did you actually picture? And because it sounds like you were surprised at the very least by how many,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the turnout.
Yeah, well, I definitely thought the theater would be full and
Mm-hmm.
maybe even sold out, but
Oh
the thing
wow.
is, like, I'm a bit of a hermit person. Like, I'll come out
Mm.
and then I'm back in for like a long, long, long time.
Right.
So, even though I have a concept of how big the Mayfair is from being there,
Mm-hmm.
like, seeing it in like people form is a completely different thing.
Right.
So that's kind of what I mean, where like,
Gotcha.
of course it would be sold out, of course it would be packed because it's
Mm-hmm.
animation, it's Ottawa, we love it, we come out, we support, it's a great event, and we want to support you too in the process, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's like a full circle kind of thing. But there's a difference between being in a room and being in a room with all the people that can fit in it. And so for
Right.
as shy as I am sometimes, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the entire city in this one place. I can't believe it.
Right.
And so in that way, but it's also a wonderful thing because
Mm-hmm.
it shows how many people really care about this stuff, how many of us are doing it, how many of us just want to see and support
Mm-hmm.
and have a good night out
Yeah.
that it's fun and wholesome, bit silly, bit crazy, and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So your main memory then is just being oh crap, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like the show too,
Yeah.
like the show first,
Yeah.
actual stuff first. But definitely being surprised and like overwhelmed, but in a good way
Mm-hmm.
because like I can get carried away emotionally very easily too, and I'm just like,
Mm.
wow, look at all these people who love animation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's really cool to see. And then so it was this last year that you were showing a work in progress of your project, which is really cool. I want to talk about that. Dimon, is that how you pronounce it?
I pronounce it diamond. But
Diamond.
if
Okay.
yeah, but if anybody's talking about it, I'm happy. So it's fine. So however you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah. So
But
I'll
yeah,
cue you up a little bit because it's an interesting project. What you were showing is a sort of it's like a game, a story. What's the term for that genre? Uh, Interactive story game, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is a visual novel.
Visual novel.
To what it's
Yes.
called. Yeah.
Yeah. So and you were showing an animatic. That's a bit of the work you've done on that game so far. So yeah, why don't you talk a bit about what the story is with that,
Sure,
that game,
yeah.
and what got you interested in doing a visual novel in the first place?
For sure. I'll do my best because I
Yeah.
can get rambly too. So with the industry being the way that it was, I was like, you know what? I've been working really hard. I need to support myself, but also whatever I draw now or work on now, I want to just have fun with it. Um, and so with Diamond, which is short for the word dimension,
Mm-hmm.
it's a working title right now. The premise is that like it's in the near future where people are able to like hop dimensions as a means to control like reality in a sense. So so oh it's perfect. I can't see it because I minimized my window, but okay. Uh the idea is like okay, let's say you had like an ice cream and your scoops fell on the ground. You could use a thing to hop dimensions and like go to the version of life where like that didn't happen and enjoy yourself and be happy. But then what are the implications of all of those things? How would things change because
Mm.
of you doing that? How do you determine what is the better place to be in, what is the better dimension to be in versus like a different one and stuff like that. So um I wanted to play with that sort of idea, but then also on top of that layer like a story with two characters and their relationships between each other while being in this world. So that's kind of what the whole thing is.
Mm-hmm.
And similar to Sweet, like it's just from me like looking out the window, letting my eyes glaze over and be like, oh, I wonder what would happen if you could do this.
Yeah.
But then if you did this, what if this? But then this, and then also this.
So
And then
it's interesting because
yeah,
the story idea seems like
uh-huh,
it's like uh it's very suited to the sort of branching path thing. You can like kind of go and make different choices, and that takes you to different dimensions. It seems very
uh-huh.
much like the story ideas matching the medium. Is that because you thought of the idea and you thought, oh, this would be the right way to do it, or you like which way did you come at it from? I'm curious. Like,
Ooh.
did the story
That's a
idea
good
come first,
question.
or did the desire to do a sort of visual novel come first, and then you?
Hmm. It's kind of both at the same time because I wanted to make a visual novel for a really long time, but it's like one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Mm,
But actually, this was like during like 2020 COVID. I remember because like I was watching game streams like crazy at that time just to like fill up the day because I'm inside all the time.
mm-hmm.
And I was watching somebody play through Undertale again for like the umpteenth time, and like it just like scratched something in my brain. And then I watched another playthrough of 999, and that also scratched something in my brain. So I was just like, I really want to make a story that has like meta elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love visual novels, and I feel like because I already enjoyed like writing code for like HTML and stuff like that, nothing crazy, just like basic stuff.
Mm.
I was like, well, I already enjoy visual novels. I think I could figure out how to do this. But I don't think that the story came from wanting to build the visual novel itself. I think all the elements kind of like came together at the same time where
Right.
I would make a decision and then it's like, oh, well, then it's great that I want to do a visual novel because that lends itself well to the mechanics of the game or what have you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, kind of both, I guess.
That's cool. I love when that happens. When I feel like when that happens, it makes you feel like you're onto something or you're on the right track. Where
Yeah.
different things you were wanting to explore. Eventually, you're like, oh, these things feel like sort of different tracks, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, no, this is all the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's meant to be, or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, meant to be for now in this format.
Yeah.
But that also feels like within the theme of the story too.
Well,
Well, it's meant to
well, I
be
think it's
because
it's more that it's all coming from you, and right. So that's like that. No matter like how diverse the different tracks your mind goes on can be, it's all emerging from like it's the same person grappling with the same ideas and like living one life, and then so I think it's just a matter of going through the process, so it's like investigating these ideas and like learning what goes into coding one of these games and exploring the idea. And I think if you're just doing that and you're finding something that's like holding your interest, eventually it just naturally there's like a converging point where all those things that you're exploring just sort of focus up into something. Yeah.
yeah,
So that's cool. So yeah,
yeah,
you've
yeah.
and I've been paying attention to your Insta, and it seems like you're still making progress on that. And you posted the character lineup, and I saw the color script and stuff. So how's that coming along?
Yeah. It's coming along good, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
I have a whole schedule and everything. But so my original plan was actually to have another pass ready for the show and tell this year,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to postpone it because life is life, and y'all. We got bills to pay over here.
Yep.
So, so work does take precedence sometimes. But
Mm-hmm.
what I've been finding, especially since the show and tell started, and one of the reasons why I'm so grateful to the show and tell being around is like I always want to have something for the show and tell. Whether I do that particular year comes down to, whatever is happening that particular year for me.
Yeah.
But now I schedule the time in for that. So
Right.
the sort of block I had for early this year for finishing up the first chapter of Diamond, I have now moved later into the year, but the intention is still to have something this year because I gotta follow it. If I don't follow it, then all the other things that I want to make will also not be followed. This is a way for me to make sure that I'm making all the stuff that I want to make so I can make more things.
Yeah. Totally.
Basically. And also because like sometimes we have to shift priorities, life takes precedent at times. I'll find little pockets when I can work on it.
Yeah.
And so the easiest things to work on right now while I'm animating other things is the writing part and the coding part. So I've actually written the second chapter to the story already. And I'm very excited about it, but the first chapter has to be completed first and completely released and stuff before I start working on the second. But in that one, I have some ideas for some more like actual game mechanics within the structure. So kind of learning more things and building more elements to add in as I'm going. And I'm really excited about it. And I think that it will also help with my own internal hype for pushing out the first chapter. But everything is basically at the mercy of what life dictates right now. So when I can fit it in, I fit it in. But
Yeah.
it's going good.
Yeah. Hard to relate to a lot of the stuff you said. I also don't have a submission this year because life be life and other things taking priority. One thing I prioritized was doing making zines for OCAF. So, but it's kind of like what you're talking about. Like, you have this bigger project and like you're one person trying to wear different hats and do all the different parts of it. And sometimes that'll line up with, oh, I did a bunch of animation stuff so that I can show it at this event. But sometimes like, no, I only had time to do other things and that's not going to be ready for that time. And, you got to let life be life and follow when it feels right to be doing certain things and when you have the time and shifting priorities and all that stuff. So I definitely relate to that. But it's cool. I like and it seems you have this too. It's like something where it's a project that you can pour into in different ways, regardless of kind of where you're at in life. You just kind of it just fits into your life in different ways, but you're still making progress at it, and it's like a good container for all that, for the effort. And I think like one thing I think that's sort of common with everyone I'm talking to tonight and everyone who makes stuff for show and tell is we like to do different things, and you kind of have to be that person if you're making your own stuff, because you gotta write it and storyboard it and draw it, and you gotta do every part of it for the most part.
Yep.
Some people will, collaborate, and that's also awesome, but a lot of us are doing all of it ourselves, and there's like pros and cons with that. But I think one of the pros is that, well, if animation is very time intensive, both in just the amount of time it takes, but also like the density of time you need, like to devote chunks of time to get through it. But there's other parts of it that you can sort of pick at, other parts of the process. So it's cool to have those two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just like with stuff from earlier, like I get bored easily. Like I feel like I need to switch it up a lot. I love animation. Animation is what I do primarily, but if I am just animating, I'm miserable. I need to do like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And it also energizes me too, to kind of hop around and do different things. So show and tell is always a great thing because like working on our own projects, it at least for me, it refuels me, but then seeing what everybody's been working on and feeling like maybe they went through a similar feeling that I have where it refuels them, I feel like it refuels me even more. So it's like a big recharge event to do another big push. If that's the choice, I don't know. Taking it slow is okay too, but like, it always feels like the animation power up of the year.
And like we were saying, like there's a time for both. There's a time to just push and give it all your energy, but if you're doing that all the time, you're gonna burn out. And then similar on the other side, though, if you're always moving slow, then it takes a really long time to get anything done. So it's it's like with all things, it's about finding that balance.
Sure.
Cool. Well, I'm really excited to see what comes of the project of Diamond, now that I know how it's pronounced.
Thank you. I'm excited to share it and to finish it as well. It's a great thing, and honestly, like without the show and tell, I think I probably would have kept it to myself for much longer. So sharing it and being able to get people's feedback and stuff is such a great thing as well.
Yeah, that's one. I really love that aspect of it, that it's this sort of like opportunity to be like, hey, look at what I'm working on. What do you think? And get that that brain trust of other people to sort of bounce ideas around, and just to know what you're working on, to sort of kind of, because I think like because it takes so long and it's such, animation is a very isolating process. If you can like, and especially because when we're working on stuff, it's not our projects a lot of the time, and we're all hush NDA kind of stuff. We can't show what we're working on. So it's like, well, if it's our own stuff, let's take advantage of that and just like, here's everything I'm doing. And because there's so much opportunity that can come from that. If people know you're working on something like this, they might be able to share ideas or resources, or say like, hey, I'm interested in doing this kind of stuff. Do you need any help with that? And maybe there's like an opportunity for someone to kind of join in on your project, and who knows?
Absolutely.
Just opportunities for that.
I feel like it's the way for people to say like, this is who I am. I'm here. This is what I can bring. This is what I do, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, if nothing else, it like you get to, because the thing is, we all make art because we want to communicate something. So it lets you be kind of filling that need, or as you're working on it, and for a more like long-term sort of end goal. So yeah, I'm a big fan of that approach. I've been trying to do that more in my stuff as well. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in. It was great talking to you.
Thanks for having me.
And I look forward to seeing you at the show.
Me too. Can't wait to see everybody. Yeah. It's going to be a great year.
All right. Have a good night. All right, got a couple more callers coming up. Next, we got Rebecca. I think she might not be on Instagram anymore. That's why her couldn't find her handle, but maybe she can enlighten me. Uh, bu- 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 Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to hear from you. How you been?
Yeah, nice hearing from you. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just wrapping up on my short
Nice.
on the night before it's due.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the deadline is for.
Yeah,
To fuel you
it's
with
like college all
anxiety.
over again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, people are always asking, "Oh, are you getting lots of submissions?" I'm like, "No. The due date's tomorrow. That's when I'll get them all."
That's when you get like a
Yeah.
how many submissions do you normally get?
Oh, it's well, it gets more every year. So like it's a good problem to have, but I'm kind of like, "Oh no." Like,
Yeah.
because so last year was the first year I was like, "Oh shoot." Like now it's like, because it used to be like basically whatever was sent was basically what ended up on screen. But now figuring that what the right runtime is for it, it sort of like locks in the amount of stuff you can pick. And then last year was the first time I was like, oh shoot, like there's gonna be eventually, like, I mean, it was already happening last year where there was kind of more stuff sent than there was time for. So
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna get to the point where it might be a 2-night event?
no, because I don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah. I think I was mentioning this earlier in the stream. I think similarly to the amount of people who want to come to the event, the amount of people who are submitting to the event, to me, like the takeaway isn't, oh, show and tell should be longer. Obviously, that's one solution. But to me, just like there just needs to be more screenings. So there's more opportunities for people to play stuff, you know? Because the way I see it, there's something about the show and tell, like, well, there's a lot of things about the show and tell that, and you know, things will change year to year, and like nothing is like etched in stone. But I think there's certain things about it that make it what it is, give it its identity. And if you just grow the event to meet the demand, then you change things too. You know, like, oh, if it's 2 nights, then well, which one's like? Do people go to they want to go to both nights, or they want to go the first night more? Like, and also you kind of spread. It's like I think also just for like the people running it, myself included, it spreads our effort across more nights. And it's like right now, one thing I like about the event is it's kind of easy to run because it's just one night. So
Okay.
it's one and done. And then I think I think if there's someone who kind of has more of a desire to be a person running events, then there's definitely an opportunity to run a multi-day local animation mini festival, kind of similar to, I always see it almost like I like a lot of what I'd love to see from animation is similar to like what I'd see from like a music scene, you know? So like the same way, you know, if there's a city with a cool music scene, well, there's not one night where all the bands play and then that's it for the year pretty much. There's shows throughout the year and different nights. And then there's like, oh, there might be a 2-day festival where, you know, they feature a bunch of exciting local bands. And there might even be a couple of those kinds of festivals across the calendar. And honestly, I'd rather see that than just one event get bigger and bigger. I'd like to see a bunch
It
of,
would be kind of nice.
yeah, because then you wouldn't have to wait all year for another event like show and tell, you know?
Yeah, and I guess like if you missed one deadline, then you're like, oh, okay, now I have like maybe 3 months to try to get to the next one.
Exactly, because me and Melissa were just talking about this. Life happens, and sometimes you're not in a place where you're doing a lot of animation. So it'd be great to be able to catch people at different times when they're feeling like they want to promote something or premiere something. So
Yeah, I'm really excited for this year.
yeah, it's great. But yeah, that's my like that's when I see there's more stuff than we can play. There's more people want to come that the building can contain on one event. That's where my mind takes it past grow the event, make it longer, make it bigger, to just like, we just need more stuff like this throughout the year. So if anyone's listening,
I think it's a good program to have.
who wants to do that, there's a lot of opportunity because people are excited about local art. I think now more than ever, connecting to not just the end product, but like the people who want to make it too. So the people behind it is becoming more important than ever.
I always call Ottawa the sleeping giant when it comes to animation.
That's funny because
so many folks don't know.
Yeah, someone just started a studio in Ottawa called Sleeping Giants. So.
Is that Rob?
Rob, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not alone in that estimation. Yeah, I think that's part of what's exciting when Ottawa has stuff like this is that it feels like this kind of secret identity that's sort of being revealed.
Yeah, and then we're like, look, Ottawa can be cool too, you know?
Yeah. It is. It's kind of part of like what I've always liked about Ottawa is that it has a lot going on. You just got to know where to look. And it makes you feel like the stuff you do find, you have some ownership and participation in rather than it just being a buffet of options that you kind of get lost in. So you still have the things that a big city has, but you don't get sort of lost in the mix. So it lets community actually grow around those things, which is such an important part. I think what's one part of what's so great about show and tell. But yeah, I want to talk to you about, first of all, I want to go back in time to the first show and tell, which I don't think you were able to attend. If you were sick, if I recall.
I had COVID that year.
Oh my God! Right? Yes.
We're being so excited to go, and then I got that little tickle in my throat, and I was like, I'll just take the test to be sure.
Yeah.
And there was the two little lines.
Brutal timing.
My friend Michelle was able to record the event on her phone.
Oh, good.
Yeah, which was great.
Yeah.
I just remember being in bed and I was like so bummed out. But I don't remember if I went to this. No, the second one sold out so fast.
Oh, you weren't able to get tickets?
No, and I didn't submit anything that year. So the next year I was like, okay. No, so the next year I was like, okay, I'm going to submit something and then, you're guaranteed a seat.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that.
So,
and oh my God, I remember it being so fun.
So, well, I want to talk about your experience actually having something play and attending. But first of all, I want to go back to the first year where
right.
You did an amazing music video for Tom Cardy, right? That's his name. I'm not getting that wrong.
Tom Cardy.
Tom Cardy, who's a really funny Australian comedy music guy. And so you did an animated music video, of course, for his song. Is it "I'm So Anxious" or "Why Am I So Anxious"?
I think it's "Why Am I So Anxious."
Why am I so anxious? Yeah, and actually, I'm pretty sure we closed out the night with that video because that was like a fun kind of show ender.
That was like back in the time when I was still working full time at Mercury.
Wow.
And I did a random clip of Beakerboo just doing that song.
Mm-hmm.
But then Tom Cardy contacted me. He says, "Hey, like, would you be interested in doing the whole song?"
Yeah. And just to explain, Beakerboo is your like avatar, right?
Yeah, the little character.
The little character, it's on screen and your icon that I have on screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I just call her Beakerboo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he messaged me and he's like, "Hey, I'm really interested in like you getting to do the full music video." And at the time I was working at Mercury. And so I was like, "Oh God." I was like
right.
thinking about it, but I was like, "Oh, when am I ever going to get a chance to like do something like
Yeah,
this
that's a
again.
good
So I was like,
opportunity.
"Okay."
You got to jump like
Yeah.
when something like that happens. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was working like full hours at Mercury, and then I would rush home and then work on the music video.
Wow. Yeah.
And it was done in 2 months, I believe.
That is insane.
People are like, "How did you do that?" I was like, "I don't
It's like,
remember."
isn't it like 3 minutes or something?
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
But yeah, it was just insane. And
Wow.
luckily, I did. It was a bit easier because it was just one character. Well, it was two characters, but
Right. Because he's in it, and then your
he's
character's
in
in it.
it.
Yeah.
He's like the voice of reason.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But I storyboarded it, so like most of the shots would like above her waist.
Smart.
Because my favorite thing is like doing facial expressions. So I was like, oh well, that's perfect. Like I will do everything like mostly waist up, and I'll just have her do really funny expressions, and like really work on the lip sync because he was very particular about the lip syncing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Other than that, he was super easy to work with. He was just like, yeah, do whatever you want.
Cool.
And I was like, sick.
I just posted the link to the video in the chat, by the way. So if anyone wants to check it out.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
it's.
So
I was just gonna say.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say it's one of those situations where people ask like, "Oh, how do you get these opportunities?" And I say, "Well, I just post random stuff, and either they reach out to me or I will just reach out to people and be like, "Hey, like, do you want to work together?" And most of the time, like, they're pretty down.
That's the thing when people ask those kind of questions, like, how do you get those opportunities? There's no single thing that's like a repeatable thing that anyone could do. It's just like you got to find your own version of like putting yourself in the way of opportunities. Like you're saying, like you're just like, because you're not. I doubt you were. I don't know. Maybe you tell me. Were you thinking about working with him when you posted that clip, or were you just like, this is fun? No, of course you were just like, this is fun. I like this song. I'm like, you're doing it for fun. And I think that's like kind of what ends up working out the best, because if you're having fun doing it and having fun sharing it with people, other people are going to connect with that, and it's going to make him go like, oh, that's cool. And like, like, he's going to want that for his own audience, right? So it makes a lot of sense. For the process, so you said he let you do whatever you want. Was there any sort of like, what do you call it? I'm spacing on the word I want to use, but like where he would like check the animatic before animation, or approvals? Were there like approvals, I guess, throughout the process?
Not really. I did the animatic, and it was like it was a really shitty animatic because I was like, I'm the only person animating, so I'm gonna like know exactly what's going on.
Right.
The short that I did this year, I actually got friends to help me with it. So this time, I made sure my animatics were way cleaner.
Yes, because someone else has to follow them.
Yeah, because like my first draft, you look at it and you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
And but he looked at it and he seemed to. I think he got the energy. Like he got like what I was going for, and he's like, yeah, I really like this.
And he's seen what your finished results look like, so he understands, okay, whatever this looks like now, it's going to look polished when it's done. Yeah. That's cool. That 2 months is crazy to do all this by yourself. I'm just looking through it again now. Yeah. Is it one of those things where even you look back, you're like, I don't even remember how that was possible?
Yeah, it's just like that and the Royal Pain short in the first shorts program. I think we were only given it was supposed to be 2 months, but I think it got extended to either 2.5 or 3 months. But that was still like after hours.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like 2 months of like your moonlighting hours, basically. Crazy. Yeah. That's awesome. Now, like last I spoke to you, you're kind of doing more working in the like YouTube stuff, kind of full time.
Yeah. As many hours I can try to get.
Right.
It was I was working on Oz Ones Out for
Mm.
about 3 years, and then there was a big layoff.
Okay.
And I mean, that's just kind of how it is within the industry. Is you can have a
Yeah.
job one day, and then the next they're like, "Well, there's no more work for you."
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh no." Um, right. And then yeah, I have a couple of freelance jobs that I've been doing, but it's not full-time hours like that I'm normally used to.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been using this time to work on my own stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I just have more energy to do, but also try to use this extra time to spend time with family. And I'm actually moving to Toronto at the end of
Oh,
April.
no way. Cool.
So I won't be technically when I
Oh,
submit this,
at the end of
I
April. So
won't be.
you're in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Crazy. What's
So yeah, moving to
what,
Toronto, and then
what's bringing you to Toronto?
my boyfriend
Okay,
lives
nice.
there.
Cool.
Yeah, we've been going on for almost 2 years. So
And he's been living
he's
he's been living there the whole time.
yeah, he grew up. He was born and raised in Toronto.
Okay,
So
cool. That's nice. That's awesome.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we both have family in Toronto and Ottawa, so
Okay, good.
we're going to be going back and forth a lot.
Awesome. Cool. So you're gonna be when you you'll be at the Ottawa Animation Show and Tell as a out of town guest. Then
Yeah, and they're like, "You don't belong
it's
here."
like, wait, it's not pure anymore. It's not all Ottawa animators.
Yeah, they're like a.
There's a
And I'm
Toronto.
like, no, 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 no. I lived in Toronto. I lived in Ottawa when I made this.
Yeah.
I think it counts.
Yeah, I think just delay the move by another week, and then we're fine. There's no problem.
Oh, like
Just tell the moving trucks
no.
to hold. Yeah,
I'm so excited though.
yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I want to talk about what your experience was. Actually, so you did a short for your show Royal Pain.
Mhm.
A little interaction between two of the characters, and yeah, like so that was your first. Last year was your first time actually getting to go to the show and tell, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what was what's your the first memory that you think of from that first experience?
I just remember like being really excited when you could hear the whole audience reaction to every show.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, I'm like, oh man, like it's one thing if you get a million views on YouTube, but it's just like a theater full of people. Like I think it's like what 100 or something, maybe 200,
it's yeah no it's around 300. Yeah.
300. Oh god, it's so different.
Yeah, I know, and it's
It's just
crazy. It's like
it's way more exciting.
and it's honestly it's unlike any other like it's almost like a sports event how rowdy people are.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, because people are just feeding off each other's energy and they want to really like support people and cheer people on. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I remember one thing that's cool about like you. I feel like I saw your name in the credits of a couple other people's projects as well, or at least one other one. Didn't you help Lorraine and them with theirs?
Yeah, I didn't do any scenes, but I helped Lorraine like with the comp stuff. Like I went over to her house and kind of showed her some ways to help with the comp and lighting because she was really struggling with that.
Okay, cool.
But so I was just in the special thanks,
Gotcha. Right.
which was really nice. I super appreciate
I remember
that.
of
She's
you
one of
working on someone's builds or something. Am I making that up?
I think you might have been making that.
Okay.
I do my own builds,
Right.
but
But no, I love seeing that where it's like in addition to people coming out and supporting each other, it's cool to see the cross pollination of people helping each other, fill in the gaps. Oh, I don't know how to do this, but guaranteed someone else can teach you how or help you out with that. So
oh yeah.
I love seeing that strength in numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, this year I had a small team for the short
Oh, cool.
because I was doing everything myself, and Lorraine actually was like, you could ask us for help, and I was super hesitant
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, oh, I don't know, like I know my friends are willing to help me with stuff, but I do struggle with asking folks for help.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think they can do it, but I'm like, unless I'm paying them, I don't feel right if I'm like being picky with something.
I totally know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but all of my friends were more than willing and open to help.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Robert did all the backgrounds, which was crazy.
Oh wow.
And oh my god, like just beautiful backgrounds. And my friend Emily did the coloring. And these are both like they used to work at Mercury with me. I think
Mm-hmm.
Emily's going back there. But
Okay.
it's just folks that are, they know how to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're like
and
super pros.
they're super pros, and like as soon as I got the backgrounds, I was like, "Oh my god, this is way better than what I've done." Like I don't. I'm better at drawing backgrounds because I don't have like the college professors like grading it, but
Right. Yeah.
it's just like I don't know. Some people love doing it. That's just not one of the things I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same. Cool. So what, like, after a couple years of missing it and finally getting to go in person, like, how was it, like, finally being in the room there? How did that feel? Was it?
It's like you get that.
Did it live up to the hype that people had?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as I was done, it was done. I was like, oh, I can't wait for next year.
Yeah.
And yeah, a few folks came up to me and they're like, "Oh man, you sure it was great?" And one person was like, "Oh my god, like Michael Kovac, because he was the guy who voiced Richard."
Okay.
And she
Sorry,
was like,
who is that?
She was like, Michael Kovac. He's a pretty big indie voice actor. Like he's in
Okay.
Digital Circus.
Oh,
He's
okay,
the
nice.
voice of Jax.
Okay, cool.
Super easy and like really nice guy. And she asked me, she's like, "How did you like get Michael Kovac to voice for your stuff?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I just reached out and asked him, and like that's one of the things. Is like if you just ask, and sometimes people won't respond. Like there's a few
Yeah.
people that I've reached out and never heard, and I was like, oh man, that's too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the times where the person will see a message and they'll take the time to respond back, and it's great. It's just keep branching out and also be nice. Like, I find like if you're a bit of an ass, it does spread out pretty fast that like you're not fun to work with.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, it goes
Oh
both
yeah,
ways.
not even in Ottawa. Like it spreads out worldwide. Like I've been to LA and there was a few people that recognized my stuff, and I was like, whoa. It's just
that's
cool that like yeah, animation's like it's still a small world, I find.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, your stuff's gotten out there pretty far, like the Tom Cardy video and stuff. Actually, I was one time I was like looking it up, and like someone did their own animation of your video.
Really?
I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I think they did it like with Inside Out characters or something, if I'm remembering correctly.
Oh, that's so cool. I remember one person did a YouTube poop of it, and I was
that's the highest honor. Yeah.
It was like this. It was like I have diarrhea, and it's like a little like 10-year-old singing the whole song. And it's like the funniest shit ever.
Oh my god, I need to see that.
I was like, oh god, I was like, I messaged the YouTube video. I was like, this is the best thing ever, and he never responded. So I was like, oh man. But I was like, I made it. I got my own YouTube poop.
Yep. You should just retire at that point.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It doesn't get better than that.
Doesn't get better than that, no.
I'm trying to... I swear I saw this. Oh yeah, here we go.
Let me see. Are you sending it in a...
Yeah. Okay, it's not from the thumbnail. I never actually watched the video until now, but I remember there's like a thumbnail that like looks a lot like your the way you did it, where you're dancing in the middle. There's two characters on either side.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it not like
But then I looked at it, I'm like,
all?
oh, it's not that similar. But like, it's just their own take on it. But I'll post it in the chat anyway.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you, yeah, you can decide for yourself if they're referencing you or not.
Let me see.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do cite your video in the description. So
I remember someone did like the video of my Madagascar of King Julian, where he's in a wheelchair, and someone like auto tuned it, but it's like 3 seconds long.
oh my god.
I was like, okay, thanks.
Where do you post your stuff these days? Because are you still on Instagram? I couldn't find you on there.
Oh, I barely use it. So
Okay.
I barely use Instagram. I actually deleted Twitter. I was
Yeah.
getting really sick of it.
Oh, it's the worst. Yeah.
Here, I'll send you the thing in Discord.
Okay.
Unless you want me to send it on the chat as well.
I think there's a weird thing about anyone but me being able to post
Well,
a
like-
link. Yeah. So,
okay.
But I got the link. I'll post it there so that people can go check out your channel. So I'm just looking at some of the videos. Broke Animator. And there's Zach Varmatek in this. Is this?
So that was my demo. That was my demo reel
Oh, okay.
when I got like laid off from Odds Ones Out.
Yeah.
And funny enough, this video actually got me partnered with YouTube.
Oh, really? That video in particular?
Yeah, it gave me enough numbers to be like, congratulations, you can now like monetize your videos. And I was
Oh,
like, whoa.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm seeing that you got 572,000 views. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah. And then I saw like how much money I made. It's like, wow, 17 cents.
yeah.
You slow start.
You can
but
finally
you get that.
monetize. Turn on the money faucet. It's like.
Oh my god. You gotta do like 5-hour videos of like essays.
Yeah,
That's how you get the money.
exactly. Yeah, lots of watch hours, lots of retention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, animation isn't the most isn't the best way to make money on YouTube. It turns out.
No, unless you have a Patreon
Yeah,
and people are like supporting you monthly. I know
Exactly.
Flash Kits, like most of their Flash Kits and Glitch, like most of their money is through merchandise.
yes, yeah, and
They're like,
yeah,
they're saying like, oh, the views on the the videos, like they barely make like what the merch does.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think Kaz Vandepol, that's their model as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. They when they have a hit video, they're like, "All right, turn it into a stuffy."
Yeah, I saw that with the Madagascar, and I was like,
Yeah.
can he do that? Like,
I'm shocked with how much they get away with.
yeah, I was like, isn't this just a DreamWorks character? And they're like, no, like it's modified enough where like it can be,
Yeah.
it's a parody. And I'm like, what is this, Sonichu? Like,
Apparently, the only time they've gotten a copyright strike is when they used a bit too much of Smash Mouth's All Star in one of their Shrek videos.
oh,
They used like there's a certain like you can use like there's like a number of seconds of a song you can use in your
Yeah.
video. You tell
I think it's 3.
3? Okay. Which is a hilarious amount. 3 seconds of a song is a very funny amount to use. Like that's like built for like internet humor to have like that.
It's crazy though, like, but Nintendo music, like, you notice how a lot of videos have Nintendo music and they're fine.
Which is weird because you always hear about Nintendo being so litigious.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is. Like,
I feel like Nintendo
What's
has.
the
It seems like they've chilled out on like fan art or whatever, like things that are no one's gonna like think, oh, that's a Nintendo product. But they do still bring the hammer down on people who do fan games, like their own Mario games and stuff. Like I still see that
Oh, yeah.
where people, it's been taken down and stuff. But
Yeah, that's like Sega got it right. They like let fan games. I think. Yeah, Sonic Mania.
oh yeah, no
like,
one's.
better than.
Oh, true. Right, they brought the fan people onto their side. Yeah, true.
Yeah, Sonic Mania is like way better than what Sega can actually do.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I thought you just meant with what they let people do with Sonic Online. They're not stopping anyone.
Oh. You can't stop the Sonic people.
No. Yeah, there's a Sonic character for every single first name in the world. If you just Google
Oh yeah.
your name, the Hedgehog. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what you submit this year.
Yeah, I hope you like it. I hope it gets
Even though it's coming
accepted.
from a
Like,
Toronto animator.
oh, not yet.
that might disqualify you, just so you know.
No. Oh, then I'll get one of my
Look,
other friends to submit it.
Look, I told you what the solution is. Just stall the moving trucks for 1 week. Done. Easy.
I'll have to ask.
All right.
Eric
Look into it.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it was good chatting. I'll see you at the show. And
Yeah, I'll see you at the show.
And in all seriousness, good luck with the move. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Ottawa.
Well, you'll be back every now and then, like you said.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, have a good night.
All right, you too. All right, take care.
Bye. All right. Final call of the night. Shane Plant. The champion. All right. Let's see if Shane's ready for this. Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Did you just like try to scream into the mic? Because I think it noise suppressed you. I just heard.
What do you mean? Can you hear me good now?
I can hear you good now, but at the start of the call, I just heard, and then like a hard cut.
This terrible Logitech webcam.
It doesn't want your sounds to be processed.
I know. Listen, I scream into I literally just had a call with Ross like this morning. I was like screaming into it. I probably shorted out this goddamn thing. Whoa, can I swear on here? Sorry.
I mean, we're past the point. It's happened.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, great. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Good. I had to minus the YouTube stream. I'm getting a little distracted. You must understand.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna really confuse you if you have it up because we're in the future.
I'm naturally confused here. So
yeah,
it's like business as usual.
Yeah. All right, so we're just getting hyped up for the next show and tell, which is imminent, approaching.
I know.
But before we do that, we're taking a moment to reminisce about the past. Yeah. And think about show and tells of yore. And you've been a big part of the show and tell, and ever since Lovebirds that first year.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah, man. I still remember, like, I was so excited for you guys to be submitting something, like that you were working on something, and then I remember like catching you because you guys were like rushing out of there in a fit of inspiration. Like
I was so like, we finished that thing. Ross had COVID.
Oh,
and
God.
we didn't even communicate. We were like doing it half like in the empty offices at Mercury, and he was upstairs, and we didn't like connect. Because I'm like, just give me the Bee Gees and I'll comp it. Don't worry.
Do it through a hermetically sealed chamber. Yeah, just
because
passing things through the glass.
Yeah, we didn't know how bad the damn thing was, but he said it was like, it didn't really hurt him that bad, but we got it done somehow. Holy shit.
Wow, I know how fast you turned that around. I didn't know in addition to that, Ross did that with COVID.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It was 28 days. We did that whole thing start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is a big thing about how like us Canadian or Ottawa animators specifically punch above our weight. Just the turnaround is crazy. Like the efficiency or the, I don't know what to call it, the insanity to do things.
Yeah, it's insanity.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Because I was just talking to Rebecca about her doing. She got COVID at the end of it, but
I remember.
But doing her music video in 2 months in her off time.
Oh my god,
nuts.
That okay. There's doing a little rinky dink short about birds, and then there's doing a music video that requires actual planning. You know,
Right.
we had like the worst board ever, and Ross laughed when the ass cheek part was like at the end, and I'm like, okay, this is it. Let's just go. But like the planning it would take to do a music video, like I'm starting to sweat just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that was totally like, I think she soloed the whole thing completely herself. It's nuts.
Man,
Yeah.
like you said, insanity. Something about these Ottawa animators.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Or very right.
I'm a sucker for the deadline. I love the deadline pressure.
Yeah.
It's make or break.
Yeah, I think it's good every once in a while.
Yeah, it's I mean, it sucks when you're like 10 coffees deep and you got the twitches, but like it kind of keeps you alive, you know what I mean?
It does. And
Is that crazy? It's insanity.
I think it's all things in moderation, right? It's like you can do that every once in a while, but if you're doing that all the time, it's not good. And
especially when you're
I know you know that for sure. Like we've talked about that.
Oh yeah, especially when you're getting up there, like like me and Ross.
Yeah. We're
Dinosaurs, bruh.
We're unks. We're old heads. Yeah.
How old are you? I'm 40.
I'm
now.
40.
That's gross. You're 40?
I'm 40, baby.
You look like you're like a solid 31.
No.
It must be the
No way.
corduroy suit and the beard.
Yeah. The corduroy
Very impressive. Man.
You're hallucinating all kinds of stuff, including shaving 9 years off me.
Maybe.
I'm a strong 40 for sure.
Yeah, well, what's your secret? Animation?
I don't
Just
know.
say that.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah.
But so Lovebirds was like something you took that off the shelf, right? That wasn't like you're like let's.
It was I keep interrupting, man. Sorry, I'm just so fucking excited.
It was an existing idea. It's something you had already sort of thought about, right? And then you're like, let's do that for the show and tell.
Yeah. So what happened was me and Ross, we got really obsessed with like just old Ren and Stimpy stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, there's a stupid idea that we should do. And Ross boarded it because he had nothing to do at work. And it didn't really have an ending. And I remember Day didn't really laugh at it, which made me love it more because I'm like, this is a bad idea and I want to go through with this. But it collected dust for years.
When it was in an idea form, what was the core idea of it? That it was the whole setup and the reveal at the end? Was that
okay? So we didn't have a reveal at the time. Just like, okay, there's a bird. He's trying to mate, and he gets fooled because the mating call is exactly the sound that like some huge dude or something is like getting massaged.
Right.
And like the rubbing of the hands on the skin, it produces the same sound. And Ross, he might have been high enough to be like, "This is hilarious. We should do this."
It is a hilarious.
And I was like,
idea.
God. Thank God someone believes in my bad ideas, and we never really gave it an ending until one night we were just playing MTG and we're like, I think there's something here.
Yeah. By the way, I love what you just said because I'm putting out a bonus episode for the Most Fun Podcast from our chat last year, using some of the stuff we didn't use. And there's one part I'm like where you hit the nail on the head. I was like, I loved it. Where you're like. Because we were asking about you and Ross working together. He's like, when you find someone who thinks your stupid ideas are funny, like cling on to that for dear life. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be the truest
thing
or like the best advice I could ever say.
Yeah.
Because like it just doesn't make you feel like you don't
exactly.
Like, oh, is he gonna like it? Like if all you need is someone to just be like, yeah, that's good. Yeah. And then you're off to the races, man.
Yeah, it just gives you permission to let every idea come out because that's how you're going to find the good stuff,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Or at least, you know what? Maybe not even finding the good stuff, but when you do get to the rubber meets the road, you're gonna have fun.
Right.
And I think
Yeah.
that's the most important thing when you're doing something stupid.
Yeah, I guess that's the really more what it is, because it's like then you can just use anything that comes out. You can make
Yeah.
bad ideas into good with the execution if you're just having a good
but
time
like,
with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like that word that I'm using right now, like stupid ideas, that could also be switched out with anything like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I got a really good, beautiful, sensitive story. Just find someone that agrees with that beautiful, sensitive story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like it just switches out with anything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just super important to bounce stuff. Like the way me and Ross work, especially on Wizard and Champion,
Mm-hmm.
we just call it like artistic ping pong. There's no final version. It's like he'll send me a rough sketch, I'll do a tie down, I send it back to him, and like the last line is usually like back and forth and back, and then we're like, okay, design's done. We all put our 2 cents in on it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, I think just not having that, like you said, that like the fear of judgment, or are they going to like it, just lets you,
Yep.
it just like lets you work so much faster because you're not
Yeah.
getting in your own head, getting your own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool. So I want you to tell just some your stories of your favorite memories from show and tell.
I got 3.
Okay, great.
I got 3. Okay, so I don't know what the order is, but
What years
I'll
they're
start-
from? You mean?
I think okay. My the one that I'm really remembering is which year did Scott do his film? Was it last year or was it the year before?
It was the year before, I believe.
It was the year before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that seeing his film up there
Mm-hmm.
and the reaction that everybody had, including myself,
Mm-hmm.
that was such a special moment
Mm-hmm.
to me. And I remember that, like, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I looked over, people were wiping away tears, and I was like, my God, Scott, you truly are an enigma. Oh my God. Yeah, that's up there. Like I often think about that moment, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's number 1.
That's cool.
The second one
that
is
short was it was called Just One, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like, oh,
Yeah. Amazing.
I don't even know if I have the words to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just beautiful to see that. Like, and he downplayed it so bad, that bastard. Like he's just like,
he
yeah,
always does.
yeah, I'm doing a little film. I hope you like it. And I was like, okay, what does little film mean?
Yeah.
And I should have known, because when that guy says, hey, I made a little video game, what he's
I
really
know.
saying is, it's like 30 levels
Yeah.
with multiple endings. And I'm like, man, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, he's always next level, and I should have known, but I didn't. I think that was part of the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't listen. If you can't tell, I don't have anything bad. All good stuff to say about Scott,
Mm-hmm.
my sweet Scott.
Yeah, he's
And
definitely the video games, like he'd be like, oh, I just made this in my spare time, and,
Oh.
and then it's like one of his games I played was like, this is one of my favorite games of the year, just like hands down.
which one was it?
It was called Lavi's Quest. It was, I think.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was so. I think he made it for his sister.
No, that was Amy's Gamey, which is also really good. Lavi's Quest, I think that was Kay and Ryan's cat.
Oh right, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Oh my God,
So fun.
Ugh. Okay, I gotta stop kissing Scott Lewis's lips right now. Let's move. Okay.
I like. Did you just self-censor there? Where you're like,
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, I don't even know
I gotta
what
stop
the
kissing
hell's
this guy's
going on.
lips.
What am I even doing here on your live stream, Spencer? This is the real question right now. But okay, here's hot memory number 2, and it's something you touched on earlier, and I literally just said this to someone at the studio as to why they should come out and support it. There was a marine biologist
Yes.
that submitted a film that I'll never forget. The story, the intent, and the power of community. That short was like a nuclear animation bomb that went off that like just proved why the animation show and tell is so goddamn special. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
that was
That-
that was
that-
my
that-
story earlier in the night. That was the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think of that a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like because I remember because whenever we go to Target, I just hang out outside because somehow the music is the only thing that's louder than my annoying voice, so I gotta hang out there for the whole night. And she was out there for a little bit, and this was the year before she did her film. If I remember correctly, like I said, I'm like 90 years old now. You know, I can't remember things. But she said something about like, God, it's really cool how you guys do this. And like the next year, she made a film.
Yeah.
It blew my mind. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And the third thing, my another favorite moment. Oh, dude, this is a toss-up between the reaction from Lovebirds to be, you know, a little selfish, and Shane Duarte's
Oh my god.
9/11 one.
Dude. I was just hanging out with him the other day. We were just talking about that. I was like, the reaction that got was like unlike anything I've ever heard in a movie theater.
I know.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if it'll ever be beat, Spencer.
No.
Like, it was the long con. You know what I mean?
It was like psychotic laughter, groans, shock. It was like, just to explain to anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, he did this whole cartoon. It was like very much like this sort of goofy sitcom-y slice of life thing with his character Jack Toe, and it's like little hanging out in a living room, and it's there's a curveball at the end where like they just the last note of it is that this is happening on 9/11, and then like you see like there's the news tells about the planes hit the towers.
I don't think he got. Well, I hope he got enough credit. I don't talk to him because I suck at going on Instagram. But like the writing in that, like needs to be studied by science, because I've never seen a short that was like that long to tell one sick ass joke. Yeah, like man, put that like. Call NFB and be like, hey, I have a Party Our Heritage commercial that we should put up. Like. Yeah, man, it was so damn good. But it's either a toss up between that and like just people actually laughing at Lovebirds, like that. It's a tie between those two. But those are the three, 3.5 maybe 4 memories right there.
Yeah, well, I love that story too of people enjoying Lovebirds, because I like that it was kind of in that story that I've heard you tell. It's kind of the embodiment of what I think is a lot of people's experience, where you just go, oh, people responding in real time to the stuff we make is like a different like reward than all this, like the hard work you put into the stuff at our day jobs, which is like we're very proud of, but it feels a little disconnected when it takes you like a long time to do it, and then when it is done, it takes a long time for anyone to see it. And then people seeing it as this sort of diffused experience, like it's available now, you can watch it, and then maybe there's a trickle of comments that come in, but when it's like something that you made, and also one thing that's really cool about the show and tell sort of being a deadline for people is it also makes it that like it's not even just that you made it like a couple weeks ago. Because like you've put the finishing touches on to submit it, and then in a couple of weeks it plays on a big screen. It's funny because every year I'm kind of like I look at the deadline, then I look at when the show is. I'm like, maybe I should space this out a bit more, because it's like this year I'm like it's going to be pretty tight again. But I think that's kind of like part of the fun of it to have something that quick.
Yeah, dude. Like, I hope people who are doing films are looking at it that way too. Sadly, though, Spencer, Ross and I are not partaking this year.
Oh, okay.
Sad to say.
You know what?
Yeah,
I think that I'll say bigger picture here. I think the reason I don't feel too sad about that. First of all, you guys are killing it with Premium Fantasy. We're getting tons of Shane and Ross magic all year round. So that's awesome. But I also think big picture for the show and tell, and like kind of how I see it growing and changing while still maintaining what's special about it, is that that feeling that you guys got from showing Lovebirds, that it activated you to do to double down on that. Well, now you're off doing it, right? And it's like now there's room for other people to come in and have their first experience with that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're more right that like, dude, before we move on, you touched on it. I'm gonna cement this on your live stream, so it's part of the Internet Archive forever. Ross and I would probably not be continuing this had the animation show and tell not existed. There you go. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you.
Love it. That is.
Yeah, man. I can't even. Like, I think, you know what the crazy thing too was, Spencer? Like, when people actually laughed at that awful joke on Lovebirds, like, me and Ross looked at each other like we were two psychopaths being like, oh, this is what this is all about.
Yeah.
Like, it just, like you said, activation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all the animation show and tell's fault. Thanks, Spencer.
No problem. Happy to do it. Happy to do
I
it.
should say Spencer, Dave, Bex, everyone else that helps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Crazy. Sorry, where were we going? Sorry.
We're going all over the place. We don't have.
Yeah.
We can do it all at once.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think so. Like, what I'd love to see is that there'd be more events, not necessarily like show and tell, but other places where local animation can be screened in different, formats and presentations and locations. And then show and tell continues to be what I really love about it more than anything is that it feels like a safe community space for people to get that first experience showing their stuff, like in the most supportive environment possible. Because I think when me and Day we put a lot of thought into what do we call this, we kind of even thought about philosophically, like, what does whatever we call it, what does that tell people about what it is? And it was a deliberate decision to not call it anything that made it seem too formal, like a festival. So that it's like, so show and tell felt like very like, oh, it's like you're just bringing a cool rock to your kindergarten class, like.
That's so sweet.
And that's even like,
I love it.
Like, even the apple was like the apple on the teacher's desk. Like, it's like all these things that are just to almost create this environment where it's like, this is a safe place. And the fact that we're also like, people can show their work in progress. It's like, not only does it not have to be like polished, it doesn't even have to be finished. Like, it can be like something you're working on. And then
like even finishing like a student film, like showing like the progress of it, that goes a long way.
Totally. Because I think a lot of people will make cool stuff and I go, oh, that's sick, you should submit that to festivals. And they go, no, like they go, no, I'm not really like a festival person. Like, I'm not an artist like that.
Yeah.
And I think people have these sort of like self-limiting kind of thoughts where I think the show and tell is cool because it gives people whatever idea they have about themselves or what makes them people worthy of showing their stuff.
Yep.
The experience of just doing it and like it like that will be louder than any kind of self-doubt in the future going forward,
You're totally right. Yeah. There's something to be said about that. Like, there's showing your movie internationally or like in front of a bunch of people you don't know, and then there's your peers and your friends, and like it's like a big giant animation comfort blanket. You know what I mean?
But the irony of it is that that's what a festival is too. But like in people's mind, people think a festival is a rarefied experience. Like, a festival is also just a group of people creating an excuse to play animation. For a lot of the crowd is your colleagues. Who's going to animation festivals? The other filmmakers. I think that's like one of the best things about submitting your work to festivals is much like the show and tell. It's a opportunity to break the ice with other artists because you're all participating in the same thing, and everyone's doing their own Lone Ranger kind of solo mission stuff, but then we all get to come together and put it all in a big pile, and then it's like it adds up to more than the sum of its parts, and
totally.
If show and tell,
it's just so much cooler that it's Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just it's way too inspiring, man. And honestly, there's one more thing to touch on here too. Like, this is something I struggle with, and I actually haven't even told Ross about this, but like, I get really nervous when I'm in the seats at animation show and tell. I know it probably doesn't, maybe I don't come across that way, but like, dude, I am almost like shitting blood. It's I get nervous, and this
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
what I'm really looking forward to
is not having that.
is
Yeah.
I like it got so bad the second show and tell, bro, that like I don't really remember the films I should have remembered.
Right.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
So this time I'm getting popcorn, a drink, and it's gonna be. I don't have to worry about anything. I just need to soak up some sweet ass films from people that are busting their humps. I can't wait.
That's awesome, man.
And another thing, I actually get to give you money this time. This is nice.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm supporting you.
You get- right, because all those the amazing films you've been submitting haven't been enough.
Well,
I need cold hard
yeah,
cash.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guy, let me give you a little tip here, Spencer. Come on.
Yeah, I love that's awesome. I'm excited for you to get
Yeah.
that experience, because the reason I love hearing other people's memories too is because, kind of like you're saying, like my version of it is that, you know, I often will have some. I don't have anything in the show this year either. I usually submit something as well, but mostly I'm like, I'm not as like present just watching the show on the day of, because I'm making sure everything's running well, you know. And
Right.
also
Yeah.
part of it for me is like, I've watched all the films. I know what they are, so I've seen them. For me,
Yeah.
it's fun to. I'm not even really having my own experience watching it. I'm just enjoying watching other people react to it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's cool because also
Yeah.
I think I like to pay attention to that, because it, you know, I think that first year, I was sitting near the front and kind of like looking back, and there were moments where I was like, this is, the energy is sagging here, right? Like it's a bit like, this is a bit of a dip, like, this went a little too long. So like I can make adjustments in my head, and then for next year,
Right.
because then next year I was like, let me try making it like around an hour ish, like just like lock it into that. And
Yeah.
immediately like that next year I was like, that feels right. Because there's so much to absorb, right? Because it's just so many ideas coming at you.
Man.
An hour feels like an hour and a half.
I can't even imagine like all the shit you have to do for that. Like it's kind of giving me. I'm feeling a little like I'm watching my film in the seats right now, just thinking about how much stuff you have to jump. Like you're doing podcasts, you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Oh
Yeah.
my God, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find a way to do a little bit less. I think one thing that's nice about the show and the show until last year was it ran like, and it's been running it's ran pretty smoothly every year, because everyone like is everyone surrounding it just wants to help and help it run well. But I think last year it felt like it had the feeling of like, everyone knows what this is. This is sort of like running itself. This is smooth now, which is great, because this year, I feel like it's in, it can be open up to other people helping, because it's like, it's clear what has to happen. So it's easier to, okay, so I know when I need someone to help, because that's the thing about delegating, right? It's like, you either need someone to take ownership and figure out how to do something on their own, or you need to have the sort of idea like locked in, so you know what you're asking of someone. So and that was always like what I wanted, because one thing about show and tell too is like, it gives people the first opportunity to show their stuff on screen, but I also like the idea that it's a community event, and like the community runs it, and so I like getting more people involved this year, and that's definitely going to be a big part of its DNA going forward, that
cool,
it'll be like for us, by us, we're all running it together. And because I
love it. Weren't you sick last year too? Like, that must have been brutal.
That sucked. Yeah, I was just coming back from Atlanta. We were at the film fest there, and I got sick on the way home for Hey Man.
Oh my God. Yeah, that I was just gonna say.
And it was like, I was feeling better, and I was probably like out of the, like I probably was not contagious at that point, but I still sounded sick, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't go up on stage all like hoarse and stuff.
Oh, you're fine. Come on, you're like the mascot of that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, luckily, Bex was able to step up, and she did a great job presenting.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. I'm sorry, Bex, if you're out there.
Yeah, Bex ran the whole thing last year. She, talk about doing 100 things at once.
Oh man, I'm blowing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm on your live stream
Yeah.
saying I forgot. I'm blowing it. Sorry.
No, because
I
she
apologize.
like she ran the whole question and answer thing at the end. She presented
I
at
remember
the
that.
start. Yeah, she like
Yeah.
opened the show, and she also put together the community flip book there.
Oh, that
Yeah.
thing is so rad.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah.
damn thing.
She's doing it
At
again
my
this year.
desk at work. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I flipped through it at my desk at work just to get some more inspiration. There's some heavy duty stuff in there, man. It's awesome.
It's so cool. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
it's crazy how much talent there is in the.
It's overflowing
Yeah.
in Ottawa, I would say.
Mhm.
And I can't wait to see the films that are getting submitted this year.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
cool. Well, I'll see you at the show, my friend.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming
Let
on
me know
and
if you
chatting.
want to let me know if you want to get weird and do another podcast and talk about how much heavy metal is awesome. That movie, I'd love to talk about that, and maybe like Gandahar, that would be cool.
Oh wait, I just watched Gandahar for the first time.
Gandahar rules. Gandahar rules.
I
That movie
loved
is
it.
out
Yeah,
of this world.
me and Dennis watched it after OCAF. That was our OCAF come down movie.
What did Dennis think of it?
I think Dennis had seen it before, or
Oh,
maybe
dude,
not.
yeah.
I'm not sure. No, I don't think he had. I think he still had it in the plastic actually. But yeah, we both
Oh,
loved
that's
it.
wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. The art direction's incredible. Another guilty pleasure too is Fire and Ice. I want to.
Oh yeah.
Love that movie.
Wait, are you saying
Rotoscoping
Gandahar is a guilty pleasure? That was,
No. Gandahar is just awesome.
Yeah.
But like another guilty pleasure of the old animated movies.
Mhm.
Fire and Ice. Ralph
That's Bakshi, right?
Have
Yeah.
you seen that?
That's the
Yeah.
the
Oh, I love
rotoscoped
that.
one with the guy
Yeah,
with the guy who's like a caveman Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And like fucking what's his name?
Yes, Dennis is confirming he loved Gandahar.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Frank Frazetta did the art direction for some of the
Yeah,
location
and
designs.
he also loves Fire and Ice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got a lot to talk about.
We do, because also, have you ever heard of Son of the White Mare?
It rings a bell. I don't think.
Oh
I
my
saw
god, I need to expose your brain to this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to come. Well, are you guys going to the Carlton Tavern on Wednesday?
Yes. Yeah.
See you there.
Okay.
Dennis, I hope you're going too, because we need to geek out about these movies. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
Yeah. All right. It's a date.
All right. Awesome. Hey, this is too much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming
All
on,
over
buddy.
the place on you. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the show and tell. Oh wait, I'll see you on Wednesday, and then I'll see you at the show and tell.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Spencer.
All right. Later, brother.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for the calls. I saw someone saying, Dennis saying, keep the draw pile open for 10 more minutes so I can add something. I just got home. I think I'm just going to I'm going to leave the draw pile open. I'm going to wrap up the stream pretty soon, but yeah, this is, I want this thing to completely fill up. So I might leave the session going for the rest of the night, even as I wrap up the stream. Oh, right. Dennis is out of town. Oh, well. But yeah, this is done a lot of progress on this tonight. Do we still have a lot of people in the draw pile? Let me see here. There's only a few people left in here. All right, so maybe I'll close it for tonight, but then I don't know, open it later and let people fill it in on their own time. But yeah, thanks everyone for popping by the stream. Thanks to Melissa and Stephanie and Rebecca and Shane for calling in and sharing their memories from ASNTO's past. All night is too much. I'm worried it will crash or something. Yeah. I think actually if I leave it alone because I'm hosting it, it'll eventually just close down. Speaking of which, I should probably just save it now, just in case. ASNTO. All right. Yep, that'll be it for the night. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Don't crash. I won't crash. I promise. And yeah, keep an eye out. Tomorrow will be the official poster reveal and the ticket sale date announcement on Instagram. So along with that will be the link will be in the bio for the Instagram account, to where the page will be where you can buy the tickets. So you can all be ready next week when they do go on sale. You reminded me about Cat Mid's animation. I'm gassed up to maybe make something next year. Scatterby, you keep threatening us with a good time. Eventually, we're going to believe you. Nice draw pile. It is a nice draw pile. Thanks, everyone, for joining for the stream. And with that, I'll close it up and wish you all a good night.